and other people. Alright, I'll get off OBS then.
Hopefully we're there.
Done.
Oh, sweet, we're there. Right, let's... Haven't looked at the ladder today, or this month. Is it month? It's like monthly kind of, isn't it? What have we got? Alakazam. Alakazam.
Now that's one you need to play in.
Ninetales was fun last week. Let's do some Ninetales things.
Straight Ninetales?
Yeah, I was having fun with it last week.
How have you tried to fix the Zoroark matchup?
No. I pray I don't hit them on the ladder is what I've been going with so far.
Genius. The old Gustavo Water approach. I like his list was like 2 cards off our original list from ages ago.
Yeah, when I was making the list on PCG a minute ago, I think there were 3 cards. It was 3 cards different.
So crazy.
And the list I had was Tubbs's list, so like it wasn't even our old list; it was Tubbs's.
Yeah.
So it shows how close
Insanely good at the game we are.
I was going to say how close the Alola Ninetales lists are, but we'll go with that one too.
They're close because we made it optimal on first attempt.
We loved the card. Ooh, this is not optimal. Starting Remoraid. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely beetled by this Decidueye. They got so lucky. Their start was Rowlet, Oddish, Pass, and then their turn 2 is Desi, Plume, and Dartrix. How do you even play against that?
That's incredible.
Oh, he ended me. Breedmeister General. Can we win? Maybe.
Bridget prized. Cry. Looks like we're just ending. Let's not attack your DCE yet. This is not ideal.
Mr. Break. Thanks, game. Love you. Concede in anger.
Hello, Power Mouse. How you doing? Started slightly earlier today.
Don't think I'm even going to play Pokemon today. I feel like I'm going to be tilted too hard from the offset.
What's up, Jack? And some guy named Joe. Yeah, it's Jack's stream again this week because Joe's sleepy. Sleepmeister General. I really wanted to, you know, hit another ball search card here. That would have been cool. But I suppose no. What a welcome surprise. It's the more dashing member of OmniPoke. The other one's in here as well.
Savage. I should go on to Twitch to actually have a look and get off Facebook. Kirkham's on Skype if you want to add in Jackal.
Add to group call.
Here he bloody is.
Hello.
Evening.
Oh, bloody mess. How we doing?
Not bad. How are we?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Who's got the TV on in the background?
Again. Sorry?
Who's got the TV on in the background?
Me.
Beetle.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
God's sake, it's not even loud. Bloody hell, the TV remote gone.
Come on, Andy!
Pokemaster Joe is now following. Hello, hello, welcome.
So I just played a load of games with that deck you were talking about, Jack.
Yeah.
And
Tell me some good news.
bad news.
Oh.
Well, this is why I don't like flippy cards. So of 18 flips of Timer Ball, I flipped 3 heads.
That's so Luke. That's so Luke.
I wasn't even keeping count first, but I got one in heads in my first 6, and I was like, hold on a minute.
Hold on.
Right. And then the next 10, I proceeded to get double tails.
Love it.
I was like, this is why I hate coin flips.
Sounds about right. OmniBed. Oh, I'm glad the memes didn't stop when I was away.
Nah, there were plenty.
Memes never stop.
Oh, I want to hit VS plus DCE here.
I did my part to keep the memes going in Indy with my deck choice.
I was meant to make that for the stream actually, so people could look at it.
Very good deck, I hear. A little bit unlucky. The prizes, that's all.
2 rounds of not even being able to play the game. So annoying. I still rate the deck. I've made changes, but I still rate it.
I keep going backwards and forwards with a couple of changes and trying new stuff. Just
I'm back
2
to
changes here and there.
back to 4th garden, and I've gone to 30 XP shares.
Okay.
That's my latest. Took out Oracle.
4th garden, 30 XP. I'm trying to think of the list and trying to work out what's different. Yeah, I'll have to make it before.
And I've gone to 3 elixir as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Luke approves.
Yeah, oh shit, I've unmuted it. Hold on.
Oracle is actually decent, even though I didn't play any Vespi though. So I'm 50-50 on whether to take it out or not.
Yeah, at the minute it's
I think that's.
come back out of my list for a Mewtwo.
I feel like Vespi wasn't really played at Indy, was it? I didn't. Well, I didn't hear about many.
Tamal played 2, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Definitely
I still think you could beat it without.
You can beat it without. I'm certain you can beat it without. It's just a hard matchup.
Hmm.
I'm also really considering 2nd Hex.
What depends which way the format goes. If it goes more ability focused, then you've got that.
If we're thinking Liverpool though, it's not changed too much, I don't think.
No.
All the usual suspects made day 2.
I've also actually cut 1 nest ball for a 2nd Bridget.
Yeah, I've tried it. I've been hit and miss with it. It's much worse. It's much worse if you don't lead Xerneas.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Much
In
worse.
Energy, elixir, and stadium in hand.
Yeah. But I did find myself mid-game VS seeking Bridget. It's like a definite thing I've done.
Yeah.
So I can see playing too.
Once your super odds come back in and your geomancy in, just put all more back in, get them all back out, and away we go.
In, out, shake it all about.
Do the okie
Announce live stream and win the game.
I mean, you got super unlucky in live stream against with just not getting the stadium. Sycamore and Sycamore and.
I mean, I played slow for a few turns.
Yeah.
But still.
So that matchup, you didn't draw particularly well in terms of stadiums. He also played Fury Bouts, which makes the matchup 10 times harder, I think. And you still destroyed him. It's such a free matchup, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, because his list was jankier than mine as well, the normal Darkrai, right?
Yeah.
I think you can expect some Darkrai to hit you turn 3, but turn 3 is still too slow.
Yeah.
High voltage,
and
thanks for the follow.
Which he obviously forgot about.
I had to count it again. He said KO. Judge nodded. I was like, that's not a KO.
Wait a second.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I saw it. Like you went to pick him up, and then I was like, hold on, that's 140.
Yeah.
And then you counted, and you're like, yeah, and then you like scoop.
Why?
See ya. See ya.
because my garden was in play as well, so I could just retreat back. I wanted to set up our Oricorio for game, which didn't end me out of my Santa.
Yeah. You topped that Oricorio as well.
I know. I didn't feel like he deserved to be memed on. I was going to promote Regiroth, pay the 3 retreat cost, and Oricorio. That was literally in my head. You know what? Let's respect my opponent.
It's hilarious though when you super rodded that Oricorio and the 200 back in and the Elixir. I was like, he's gonna miss this. It's almost impossible. He's gonna miss it. I think it was the 5th or 6th.
So dumb.
Yeah. I had like a 12 card deck, and I had 3 targets in there.
So been very unlucky to miss.
After the rod. I thought about not taking a Oricorio, but it's too risky to not take him.
Yeah, because even if you missed, you put him on 10 health with 2 different targets and Oricorio for game. So I think that was the right choice.
I think I played alright on stream.
Yeah.
Simi2225, thank you for the follow.
How difficult it is to play on stream because you have that stupid sound in your ears the whole time.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Is that the first time you've played on stream rather than cast a stream game? Yeah, okay, I thought it was.
I had to overthink my 2 times table was even hard.
It's it's so weird, isn't it? Oh, Joe and Luke are a bit quiet. I can turn them up. Yeah, no, playing on stream is real weird.
Yeah. I don't mind as long as I'm at the right side where I have to play left-handed sort of thing.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to play normal.
That just annoys me even more.
All the way around.
Was it good fun though?
Yeah, it was great. If I could just take the first half of day 1 and just like erase the rest, it would be phenomenal.
Yeah. DK the Great, thank you for following. All of the follows today.
There's white noise going on.
I think it means I think they meant the stream.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you look back at the stream, and because I watched back my game to see if I messed up, turns out I didn't mess up. Great news. At the start of the game, you can see me pull like a really weird face. And that's because I basically put my headphones on and take them off, saying, "Oh, they're broken."
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's there the whole game. And I was like, what?
Why? Why is it?
Literally like,
why is that there?
That shouldn't happen. That
should not happen.
Glad to get the freebie matchup.
Yeah.
And his break went up by like 2 packs. CGO.
Glad I got mine when I did.
I got 2 for $5 the day before.
Wow, that's good. Because you only had about, between you and Tom, I think you only had about 3.
We had 2 between 3 of us.
You managed to get the others.
Yeah, I think, people didn't want to get rid of them, but begrudgingly they did.
Yeah.
Everyone was literally so eager to get rid of them, it was unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Good for you guys, anyway.
Well, who knows?
Did you get any weird faces like, what are you playing?
Yeah, all the time.
Every round.
Someone was so hyped to see pancakes as well. So I led Regirock, and then I attached Fair Energy, and he's like, "Oh, we're making pancakes!" And then the whole game he's playing around Ninja Boy Snorlax, like, "Oh, I can't go with my main attacker here. I just lose." And I'm just like, "Yeah."
Yes, you do.
It's Ninja Boy.
Ninja Boy right here can come at any time, friend. Game 3 when he was like, "You don't know what do you?"
What?
I'm ordering food now. If you want any.
Yes. Yeah.
I made it back safely to God's country.
Who won the draft, and more importantly, who lost?
You wanna
Benji.
you lost?
Benji won. I unfortunately took the loss.
Hey.
So I'm going to be playing a 4-timeable for Energy Lotto deck at Liverpool League Cup if I don't make day 2, which is fun.
Didn't you say you'd double up as well and play it in?
I thought about that, but I genuinely think the deck is unplayable.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt and not have to play both. I will play. I was playing Marwell on stream last week actually.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It was better than I expected it to be.
You didn't win a single game.
Yeah, I did. I won one.
Yeah.
I think I won one. Yeah. I mean, I think I played about 5. But I'm pretty sure I won one. Madcap's will remember because he.
God, what are all these noises? It's like a soundboard he's got there, Luke. Fucking hell.
Running the tap.
Watch my language. But then Mango popped up as well.
Oh, yeah. It's like, give me some water.
Oh, mate, we had the funniest cats.
I heard. Blob and Socrates.
Then we ran the tap. Blob, the finest cat you've seen, literally just launches himself into the sink and just starts licking it the whole time. So
Lovely.
good.
Mango hype.
Oh, yes.
Mango hype indeed.
Definite mango hype.
So yeah, because Benji picked Tord, Benji won.
Good choice, I'd say.
Yeah, picking the winners always gonna be useful.
I ended up actually getting his flight was cancelled, so he ended up getting the same back as me, and my flight was delayed by 2 hours, so I got to test like 6 games against this list.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Playing the Decidueye Ninetales. He went 4-2 against me. Good deck.
Yeah.
Turns out it's a good deck. You know, the winning deck.
Bridget's been prized both games. Nolan the Great PS4, thank you very much for following.
But I remember back in Birmingham when we looked at Berenson's list and being like, what? No stadium? This is terrible. And now I have to take back like every word because it's like such a good list. Seeing in action and how they play it just makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have Forest. I'm so bad. It's fine. We're going for Revitalizer. Oh, we got Forest double Decidueye anyway.
That's it.
So we want a beacon. What do we want a beacon for here?
Get the tackle in for 10.
Relevant damage.
Where do you ping?
I think I pinged.
Both active.
Yeah. I think so. Oh, I didn't see the name of that follow. Thank you, whoever you are, for following. Victor Luper is now following as well. Look at all these follows. Someone's just pointed out we're only about 40 followers away from 1,000 followers as well, which is real good.
Oh, baby.
We're making it.
Bad.
That is good.
Not bad.
I had a train running yesterday on complexity for some reason. Maybe it's people who can't normally watch on a Monday.
Tuesday hype.
It's a bit warm.
Yeah, it has been warm today actually.
Higher 15, evening. Yeah, Luke, how was Mango when miles away? Any different?
No, absolutely fine, to be fair.
Oh. Oh. Did he jump on Tamao since he came back there?
I didn't see.
Shaman
I wasn't in the room at the
26.
time.
Thank you very much for following.
All the follows.
Yeah, keep them coming. Lobo Frenetico. Lobo Frenetico, thank you for following.
Oh, baby.
I think that's 10. Is that 10?
Yes, sub button any minute now.
Get on there,
We tried, guys. We got the denial email the other day from Twitch. God damn it. We really appreciate your offer, but no. Okay.
Oh, you little small fries.
In terms of the game size, though, it's quite a big stream for Pokemon.
That's why I thought maybe they still might take it, because, like you say, for the game that it is, it's still...
I think it's also the frequency is an issue for us at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But you're working on it. You're getting involved.
Yeah.
At least twice a week.
We would have streamed again yesterday, but Joe was streaming on Complexity, so we didn't want to have two streams of essentially the same, of us battling each other, I guess. So
see both sides. That wouldn't actually be terrible, to be honest. But
I'm going to try and stream tomorrow, but I'm going out, so hopefully I'll be back in time to stream. But if not, we may have to miss double streams this week. But we'll see. I really want to hit DCE here, because if we hit DCE, we can knock out this Bulu, which is fun. Do we want to level ball anything out? Probably may as well level ball the Dartrix out, because Rowlet is gone. And it means Revitalize is active as well, or getting 2 targets.
The Crypto Night, I've just finished doing a tournament report. I ended 6-3, so spoilers, too late. But I'll show off my full list and run through my matchups and stuff in there and start crying live.
Live on TV.
So, yeah, look forward to that.
Enjoy.
I was listening to my Brazil recap just for like a little refresher, and I remember saying in that I'll never play Rogue again.
Whoops! Literally the next tournament you play, next big tournament you play.
Beetle.
Hey ho.
Guys. Top 10 decks of Liverpool. I don't know. There's going to be set reviews. There's going to be a lot going on.
We've got a lot planned over the next couple of weeks.
Plus, I ultimately don't think the top 10 list has changed much since Indy.
Well, nothing came out of the woodwork really, so
no.
It's not like
there's a few things that jump places here and there, but
yeah. But substantially, the list is probably the same.
I think Vespi was too high on our latest top 10 list based on Indy, but that's also because people tech for it. So Vespi could be better for Liverpool again. Who knows? I'd still have Garbodor variants, Zoroark variants, Decidueye variants as my top 3. Then there's like the Vikabudus, the Volks. Greninja did much better than we had in our top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
Was heavily played though. Much more play than I gave credit for. I thought it was a terrible play for the weekend, but ended up winning seniors. People also did well in juniors. And I think like 4 or 5 cut in top 64, so Ninja's back, boys.
That's not bad.
It's a headache having they come to deal with that matchup as well.
Did you play against any?
No, Tamao did. Now this is only loss. Tamao also played the Xerneas Break deck, for anyone wondering. We both started 4-0, and I ended up 6-3, and Tamao ended up 1-4-1. No, sorry. 4-1-4.
Yeah. A lot of ties.
Even though we played one card different, I feel my list is so much better than his. Oranguru literally carried my deck on his freaking shoulders, man. The amount of times I had Bridget as my only supporter, and I was just like, Oranguru? Get me the rest of the way, my boy. That's great.
But you still decided to cut it?
No, I haven't cut it. I cut Oricorio.
Okay.
I wouldn't cut my best card in my deck.
Does Jack have his Worlds invite? No, I need to do better in Birmingham than I did to have a chance. If I'd got, I think, top 8 in Birmingham, I would have then gone to Milan to probably done 2 League Cups, and then I would have needed like a top 16 in Milan or something. But I needed top 8 to like snowball that, which unfortunately I couldn't get.
I think basically because it was 500, you wrote it off quickly and didn't travel in general.
Yeah, there were so many. Like I've played 1 League Cup this season, this whole year, when there are so many I could have played. But
Yeah.
because the first regional and internationals were kind of written off, it looked like then it was kind of out of the question. KCOL157 is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, gets the rare candy. Gets the Skylar for the rare candy. I don't think I would have minded. Like, if it was still 500, I wouldn't have minded. It's the fact that they changed it halfway through the year. Or not even halfway through, but pretty much at the end of the year. That's what annoyed me the most.
Yeah, a lot of people feel alienated because of that.
But what can you do?
It lost a lot of people potentially playing as well, because at the start of the season people think, oh, I'll never make 500, and then people who have already hit their World's invite accidentally are like, oh, I don't have to play anymore. So,
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
It'll ever happen again.
I'd be surprised if I was honest.
It's not a decision they take lightly. What have you been doing this game, Jack? Trying to devolve that Bulu.
No, I devolved 2 of his Vikavolts. He just had the perfect hand. He had a 3-card hand, and I devolved 2 of his Bulus, and he still managed to get 2 of his Vikavolts, and he still managed to get a Vikavolt. What a guy.
How many candies had he been through at the time?
2.
Yeah, that's quite Jiminy Jim. Jam the Bobs.
But hey.
They play Skylar as well though, so
Yeah, that was how he went with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben's in here. Hey, Ben.
Is that the Ben?
The Ben from Team Cake. Any word on rotation? I was looking at rotation today actually, because I was thinking about what at least the 3 sets that I feel are semi-guaranteed to rotate. Being Roaring Skies, Primal Clash and AOR, and we actually lose some real interesting stuff. I didn't realise we lost Mega Turbo, which me and Luke were saying actually isn't that big a deal, but like is at least a relevant card.
Yeah.
Bloody Mega Ray.
Yeah.
I want to see how the Decidueye survives. I think it's a...
Mega Ray goes, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Decidueye is good enough to work without Forest.
Do you think?
But I don't know how.
I
don't
think it is anymore. I think it's maybe because we haven't seen it yet. It could still be.
I think it becomes more bat-like, where it's the supplement for other stuff now.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, we got the float stone. We somehow won this game, guys.
Broken.
Nice.
Guardy loses so much. Shea, Hooper, Mega Turbo, Skyfield, Trainers, Mail. Yeah, but Guardy is now a GX instead of an EX, so who cares about EX Guardy?
Which is pretty good.
Basically all megas. Even if the megas stay because Hooper goes, they're all dead. So.
Goodbye, Gardevoir. Right, should we take a look at some top 8 lists?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some top 8 lists. So I've made all top 8 decks from this weekend. We'll go in reverse order, I guess.
Oh, that preparation, Jack. Incredible.
Look at this preparation, indeed. So we've got 8th place. Oh, I didn't see the name. Let me...
Kreckler.
Yeah, Alex Kreckler's Greninja.
Work in
Kapow.
progress. What's work in progress, Jack?
That's the thingy deck, the Decidueye deck, the spicy Decidueye deck.
That is a work in progress.
That is a work in progress. Anyway, so yeah, this is Alex Kreckler's top 8 Greninja list. Jack doesn't have Talonflame Break. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
That is shocking.
But yeah, so I think that's the most notable card in this whole list. The fact he ran a single break, which is real cool. But yeah, Talonflame build, so he's got the 3-4-4-3 line rather than the 4-4-4-3 line. No level ball is interesting, rather than like I still think 1 or 2 potentially, but I guess if you've got Talonflame, you're probably fine. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy about this list other than this spicy card up here.
I think it's so damn greedy, his list.
Double
so greedy.
Double max
candy,
potion, double
max
candy,
potion.
yeah.
Feels so greedy to me.
Yeah.
No mails or anything, no level balls.
Only 6 ball search cards. Only 1 stretcher, 1 rod. Come on!
But
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his list, but he is Greninja man, and I'm sure he played Greninja perfectly. So, there you go. I think the break doesn't fix the Kabulu because they don't have weakness. It doesn't fix... Well, maybe it does fix the Vespi matchup to an extent, rather than like a Jirachi promo.
yeah,
Yeah.
It probably does really improve Decidueye, but only if you're playing. I guess if it's Plume builds, it still works because you can Aero Blitz it out, but it's just, you don't start it every game.
yeah, it's like running a 5th Talonflame.
I just think it's such a greed list.
It is super greedy, but yeah, obviously
You can get away with greed. Whenever you start Talonflame, you can get away with greed. So it just means that he would have just had to concede games because of his greed.
his normal Greninja style things weren't good enough.
But it does become Exodia when you can Aero Blitz, and there's plenty of good matchups for Greninja out there, so...
Yeah, nothing too...
There was a small contingent of Greninja players. This is not... I actually really prefer the seniors winning list of Greninja. I think that's the better one to go off of.
Yeah.
But this list is also pretty... just a different take. The seniors list is no Talonflame, but
Yeah, it's
2
just-
1 Starmie and 1 Jirachi. I still prefer that route, but whatevs.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, top 8 for Greninja. Still showing that if it sets up, it can do things. Next up, we've got Gustavo Wada's Alola Ninetales list, which we will have you know was incredibly close to our original list. Endmost Cannon is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Again,
Like, it's so similar. It's so similar to our list.
yeah, I just think it's super
ridiculous.
consistent. SSG SS Warrior is now following as well. Thank you very much for the follow.
The differences are like less rough seas. That's like pretty much it.
We didn't play Karen,
Yeah.
and I
Rough seas for
think
Karen and
that's
Mallow,
it.
basically.
Yeah, I think that's genuinely it. Really, still really like the Mallow. But yeah, like again, there's nothing I really want to say about this list. It's just super clean.
Really straightforward list.
Lots like you
I'm
said,
surprised. I don't know how many Zoroark you played.
I was going to say, yeah.
The main reason why I'm scared to play a straight Ninetales these days, but
like you said earlier on, there's no outright Zoroark counter here, so it's probably just more of a case of hoping to not hit more than 2 on the day.
Yeah.
He's also only playing 2 Floatstone and no other switch mechanic, which is kind of awkward against Espeon, I would have thought, because their play is always going to be Confuse.
Yeah.
So that's weird. But
No Saturday, no.
Especially
no
with
PCL, no Olympia.
Especially with Octodary having to retreat as well, yeah.
That's interesting. But other than that, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, nothing I really want to point out, I don't think. Nice to see Alolan Ninetales make another top 8 though.
Yeah, it's still surprising people.
If you
People
can
are
dodge the
credit on its own.
yeah, if you can dodge the Zoroarks, it's actually a thing. Next up we've got Sable
Zoroark,
Houses.
I find it's such a strange deck at the moment. It either seems to have auto wins or auto losses. There's no middle ground. Zoroark.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I kind of feel I don't know. Part of me feels like that, but part of me feels like it's just got it's just a good deck and it just cleans up so many random
It's a high
decks.
power level on its own.
Yeah. So this is Sable House's Volk list that he went. Did he go undefeated on day 1 or 801? I think he went 801.
Yeah.
So that's undefeated, but not 9-0, but still super impressive record day 1. Sticking with it, way to top 8. Again, Brooklet Hill Starmie build is kind of the build of choice now.
I like that he's like hybrid though. I like that he's still snuck in 2 elixirs.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I like that he made the change to Fury Belts.
Yeah, there was something. Well, a lot of what the casters were saying over the weekend was how Field Blowers really kind of dropped out of the format a little bit. So it's time. It could be time for at least for a tournament or 2 for Fury Belt to be the play again. And Ryan went with that. And when these guys have 220 HP, they're difficult to deal with. Turn 8 with 230 HP again is just a pain to deal with. So, you know, it paid off for him, especially given that Turtonator essentially has a free choice band on it anyway.
I'm kind of not certain if I prefer 4 Volk, 1 Turtle, or the 3-2 split. I like 4 Baby Volk for certain. I'm just not sure which one I like more.
Alex DeFillion and Gradler, thank you both for following. You love
I
us
think I still like 4 Volk EX, but now that there's more Grandpa, I guess Turtle's still really good just because of the 10 HP.
Yeah.
But you can't chain the Turtle. That's the thing.
No.
But you can if you have 2, so set up 2. Like, you can't change the turtle, sure. But if you've got 2 turtles...
So you go Power Heater for your first 2 prizes, then Turtle for game, I guess.
Yeah, because he's got 2 Switch plus 2 Float, so he's never bothered about this retreat cost.
Oh, I don't know. It feels weird. I feel like you only need 1 Turtle.
Lou104, thank you very much for following. Yeah, I'd have to play around with it to see how much value this actually got. Like,
That's literally the only card I'm not sure on, though. I like the rest of the list. I like that he's playing Stretcher as well.
Yeah, I like Switch, again, rather than... Even though, like, he's playing 2 Float, it's nice having physical Switch cards as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. Andrew Mahone's Zoroark Grandpa list with a spicy single Turtonator GX.
Mm-hmm. The Metagross Spice.
Yeah, the Metagross counter.
He's not going to be mugged off today.
One thing the first thing from seeing him on stream, I really like the. I feel like Special Charge is a card that some people sometimes forget about, but I really liked it in this list, especially with the single 1 rainbow as well. It meant you were more often than not hitting 2 targets no matter what, even if it just was just to get the rainbow back. Sure. You're still hitting 2 targets, plus late game it's super good to keep, like, Zoroark and Zoroark Break are still really, really good in the early game, and then late game being able to still have access to Berserk because you haven't just mind-jacked your way through all of your DCEs.
Yeah. The only cards that aren't standard here is he chose to play the Rainbow, which isn't standard. He chose to play Turtle, which is a tech, which I actually really like. And then he chose Fourth Band over Field Blower. It's like the only other card I can think of.
He's only playing 2 Floatstone, which I thought was interesting. I would have preferred 3.
I'm pretty sure 2 standard. But when you're not playing Blower, it's kind of risky. Especially when you have Turtle in the deck. I love his supporter line. I love that he's still playing Teammates.
Yeah. He's weaved in a lot of one-off supporters here, actually. Kukui, Teammates, Hex and Bridget, all for those specific points in the game where they're really valuable.
Turtle's so funny, man.
It's annoying.
I wonder if more decks will just try and counter Metagross like that. Maybe even for Worlds, we're going to see like the single copy of Turtles in decks.
Oh boy.
To counter Metagross. Maybe you're playing Guardy GX with a Turtle. Who knows?
Attach and then Secret Garden. Start shell trapping.
Baby. Yeah. Choice Band Shell Trap.
50 plus 80.
100 and then they have to retreat and hit for 80.
Yeah.
No, hit and get hit for 80. And then they're both ready to go.
Feels pretty spicy. But yeah, again, all of these top 8 lists are actually really, really standard. It's one of those, because it's a big tournament, consistency was king, so like it's just one of text that we're going to be seeing, really.
I like that he still plays Shaman, actually. That's not always seen in every Zoroark.
Yeah.
Seems to have lost a bit of a favour, doesn't it?
I still like that card.
Yeah.
But that's really about it.
So
Probably
yeah,
the new baseline. I like it. I like Turtle more than the one of Tapu Koko.
Yeah, fair enough. On to the top 4, we've got Eagle Costa's Deathy Tales.
That was like 3 cards away.
Only playing 1 Lele and no Bridget is the thing I like the least about this. Because turn 1 Bridget is so good in this deck, I think.
I've started changing. I've gone back to 2-2 split and took Bridget out, and I've been getting a lot more turn 1 Decidueyes.
But he's only got 1 Lele. 1 Lele. It's such a good attacker.
Yeah, I went for 2-2, but...
He plays the second Tapu Koko promo over it, which is fair enough, I guess.
Or the 4th mail over it. One of the 2. 4 mail is such a statement. I love that he played 4. Like, I wouldn't be playing 4, but I like that he made the statement. Because I've been having arguments about Decidueye, Ninetales with people who are definitely, like, against mail.
Yeah.
And play, like, heavy VS Seeker. And I'm just like, you don't need those cards. And then just seeing him make top 4 with 4 mail, no VS, I was like, huzzah!
Look at me, guys, look at me.
I know how to play this game. I know how to build lists sometimes. I just don't play the right list.
3 grass is the only other thing really that
is like
slightly different. I'm still happy with my 4-4 split personally, but
I think it's one of the most detrimental things when you miss energy with a deck. So I don't play 4-4.
Even though there are only 8 energy, you still need to be able to hit energy every turn. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of 3 grass, but he's gone for thinning the deck out more, I guess. So you hit them that way.
So one change we definitely make is cut 1 mail for 4th grass. Then it's up to you if you want to increase Lele count for Bridget or not. I think because Grandpa did so well, we have to go Bridget route rather than rely on balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go 2 ball, 2 mail. 2nd Lele, Bridget. It's fairly safe. That was basically what I would have played the event. The 2nd Coco would have been a Mewtwo, but that's basically my list.
Yeah, this was very close to what we were testing.
Yeah, didn't have the stones to play it in the end.
But alas. Next up, Sam Chen's Grandpa list. Again, nothing too crazy really. Just more...
This is like the techie build. So there's boards, super straightforward, and then there's Chen's techie list.
Yeah, Toads is literally 4 of just about everything you'll see. But this has got a few more tech attackers, few less counts. Matthew71, thank you for following, and Shark Rider, thank you for following.
Interesting that both Tord and Chen both played teammates in their list. It wasn't previously a staple card, but I think now we have to consider it as a staple in the deck.
Yeah, it seems to be. And there were games on stream where teammates was so clutch.
For sure. It's weird as well that he went for the 4N 3 Sycamore route.
I was just about to say that as well. He went for 4th N over 4th Sycamore.
Definitely expecting Mirror.
I like the 2 Field Blower and the 2 Stretcher as well. Having that recovery is real good late game. And I like that he went with the... Even though, obviously, towards this one, I still like that he went with the Magma-based build over the Rainbow Energy build.
See, the more I've tested towards this, the more I'm just like, yeah, turn 2 180 is actually not good for this deck because they respond KO in N, and that's really bad for the deck. So I've actually, like, obviously you play the stadium, you don't have to go for turn 2 180, but I actually don't mind Rainbow this much anymore.
I don't necessarily mind it, but I just think the more we see Drampa played, the less I want to play Rainbow build.
Yeah.
Because, like, all weekend, Righteous Edge was just such a statement. There were turns where people just didn't do anything because they'd been Righteous Edged and stuck in the active. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm leaning at the moment from an outside view. But yeah, obviously towards this round 4 Rainbow and 1, so it's obviously, but it's obvious that both lists are good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the slightly techier build, but again, still pretty standard. Like, it's the standard techie build.
Yeah, it's similar to his regional list. It's pretty similar.
And then on to Kettler's top 2, second place, Desi Plume list. Played the Lugia, which I think is the most interesting card in here.
That's the one card I don't like in this list.
And yeah, it's the one card that I'm not a fan of because I think Lele is infinitely better. I didn't see much of the stream days 2 and 3, so I don't know how much value he got out of Deep Hurricane. That'd be something I'd be interested to hear from him, whether it was worth this one slot for Deep Hurricane, because
his Hey Trainer blog basically said he wanted Deep Hurricane so it could one-shot guards much better than Lele could.
Okay.
And it's just that 10 damage more aggressive at times. And I know you can't really say, like, oh, it's only 10 damage. He's not even, like, because it's a plume build, you're not playing choice bands, so it's sort of negligible damage, but I would personally just say Lele. He says it outweighs the fact that it's a Lele. I'm still on the mindset that the deck is Exodia-like, and you just want to get into that state as much as you can.
Yeah.
Rather than be doing 10 more damage here and there in weird spots that you don't really want to be in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not... This is the only card that I'm not personally a fan of, but other than that, the list's, again, super standard, 4-4-4, 2-2-2, 2-2 split. And then
Olympia's the only other card that's not standard.
Yeah, but I like it. I think it's actually alright. Obviously, it's a bit harder to find exactly when you want it with Plume up, but the deck...
If you play a third Lele, it's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, now we've got Lele, plus the deck like runs through a lot of its cards early anyway. Shiny Gengar, thank you very much for the follow. So yeah, I like the Olympia.
Is Plume Desi back, or is it just Kettler being the best pilot of the deck in the world? What do you think?
I mean, Kettler piloted it expertly.
Yeah.
And the more I play it, the more I'm going off of Ninetales. But I don't think it's me going off of Ninetales as opposed to me wanting to play other things. So I don't know that I necessarily think Plume is the be all and end all.
Yeah, he's the only one who made top 64 with a Plume build, and lots of Desi Tails made it. So I think it should still be Ninetales as the front runner archetype for Decidueye, but just interesting to see that he can still pilot this deck to such crazy heights.
Yeah, definitely. And then we've obviously got towards winning Grandpa list. It's just 4 ofs of everything. 4 ofs of every single important card that you need.
So I played Tord in the airport, and Decidueye always has to end stabilizing the game. Every time I would end him, he would fan out his deck and show me literally like the only exact 2-card combo that could get him out of game.
Yes.
Out of like a 15-card deck, and I was like, yeah, I see what you've done here, Tord. Bravo.
You've run 4 ofs of cards that you want to hit in the late game. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, and that's essentially what the deck is. 4 Lele, 4/4 Garb, 3 Dramper. That's it. That's just so clean. 4 Sycamore, 4 N.
Stretcher is because he's playing less physical psychic energies.
Yeah.
4 ban, 4 float is actually super important, I think.
I love 4, but if I was playing this, I don't know that I would have been as consistent in my list, but if I was playing this deck, I think I would play 4 ban, 4 float. I thought that before the weekend, just because the deck can be so aggressive with band, and then having 4 float means you always have Garbotoxin when you want, plus you never have a bad start.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, because Tord will always not attack with his active Pokemon. He will always let that be the thing that gets hit, and then he just floats down, whoop, cheers, Dramper attack. That's basically what he does.
Yeah.
The whole time.
So I love the 4 choice band for Floatstone. I think it's really good.
Don't think I see any changes unless you want to tip the mirror match by playing E-Hammers or potentially cutting 1 VS for a 3rd Lysander or a Kukui or a tech supporter like a Delinquent, potentially. But I think it's just super basic, super good list. Definitely the baseline.
And Justy Owen, thank you very much for following. Yeah, it's just I just love how consistent this list is. He put on his Verbank post like his last words were "consistency is king," and that's exactly what this list says to me.
Yeah,
he wrote the number 4 so many times on his list. I'm so happy. But yeah, definitely a really cool event. I thought the final was a real good final as well. Yeah, really cool list.
We've had some boring finals before. Trust me, I've had to commentate them, but that was actually a really good one.
Yeah.
And his top 8 game was really tense as well with Ryan.
I didn't get. I wasn't able to see the top 8 and top 4, unfortunately, but I heard the top 8 games were pretty good, pretty entertaining, like enjoyable to watch rather than just games that they had to show because they were top 8.
Get turned to 180. It's true if your opponent doesn't attack your active, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they have to. And at the same time, the way if you watch how Tord plays the deck, it's a lot more defensive than just 180 turn 2. I hope you don't respond, Kaomi. Which is basically how a lot of people had to in the past.
Devolution sprays. So that's one half of the things we're going to do on the stream this evening, guys. We also want to take devolution spray, Desi, the hype. We're also going to take a look at our review of Guardians Rising, and we're going to kind of re-review it, look at what we said about each card, see whether that's still the case with what we've got, or whether there's anything that we maybe undersold or oversold. Which could be fun.
Cards like Sylveon and Metagross. Think cards like these.
I looked at the first maybe 40 minutes, and there was only a couple that I thought we got slightly wrong. most things I feel that we're relatively spot on with. It was also the first time we'd ever used the rating system as well, so we were like, I guess we weren't perhaps fully aware exactly where everything would be rated in regards to playability and stuff, but yeah, it still seems like, well, it looked like we had a decent idea of what was going on with the set, I thought. Hopefully.
And just because we're doing an update now doesn't mean they can't change in future.
Yeah, definitely not. There's still a lot of cards that I saw that I thought these still have potential, you know. Trump re-reviews his on Goro set. Yeah, I saw that he did that today as well.
Right, guys, my food's just arrived. I've got even all the food, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
Yeah, sounds good, mate.
Have fun.
Yeah, basically, we wanted to do a Trump reviews style thing, so we just kind of did. I'd blower here for more cards.
Yeah, I was thinking about whether the blower was worth, but I think so.
Even Lysander might be worth.
Forces an energy out, doesn't it? Yeah, I
Well,
don't want to be
flying
flipped.
annoying.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to be flying flipped. I wanted to flying flip myself this turn, but I think beaconing is better, just to try and evolve out of this hot mess that we've got ourselves in.
It would be nuts.
Unfortunately, we don't, but we can.
Yeah, just hold the hand and beat
Yeah,
them.
I really don't think there's anything we need to play. I'm thinking about second Vulpix down, but I'm pretty sure
No point.
he's gonna be sniping the Rowlets rather than the Vulpix anyway. So this thing's probably living. No. Grabbing a Lele as well. 3 forest. One of each energy prize is worth remembering.
You're playing 3 Lele in here now.
Yeah, that was the 3-1 split that I'm going with at the moment.
Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting.
When is the Shining Legends review?
Oh, we'll have to do that next week. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
So,
there's 2 sets, isn't there? There's Burning Shadows and then there's the Shining Legends as well.
Shining Legends is post Worlds, right?
Yeah.
That's on
It's not out until like October or something.
Okay.
Oh, we just had a follow that I missed. What's up, Jack in
Wolfie.
chat? Wolfie, thank you very much for following, Wolfie. Need to have a refresh to see how many follows we're on. If someone can tell me how many follows we're on, that would be cool. It was
They put
900.
down Forest for us. What a crazy guy.
It was 954 at the start of the stream.
Don't play N. Oh, Wonder Tag. That's gotta be an N.
It is indeed. We had a nuts hand. And now we do not. Now we have a sad hand.
Ooh.
Oh, this is so gross. So gross. So gross. Look at this guy's hand compared to ours. Worst part is we're going to have to get our own N here because we can't even Sycamore. Oh, he's got the... No. He's got the...
Oh.
It's brutal. It's brutal. What am I supposed to do, guys? What am I supposed to do?
You off.
Right, need to get ourselves an N here because I can't discard this much energy and win.
Floatstone's good.
Yeah, Floatstone's useful. I think getting rid of a DCE here because we've got rid of 1 grass already.
Oh, get rid of grass.
Leaving 1 grass in deck though.
Have you prized one?
I think we've prized one. We've prized one of each, to be fair.
DC is the premium card.
Let me check. Maybe there was one in hand when I checked. Yeah, no, prize one. Okay, it's fine. We can use this last one to hollow hunt it. Lele for N is good here. Getting the float stone is also useful because it means that we can get out of the active at some point.
What are you trying to attack with this turn?
I don't think flying flip's doing anything really.
What? What? What?
It's doing nothing to a Lele or a Coco. Like, it's never really value on those.
No, I'm thinking about the other things.
Yeah, I know. But there's only one Decidueye down at the moment.
Where did you commit energy? Did you commit it to Lele?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know whether I want to flying flip myself here. What else is prized? One forest prize, that's fine.
One Lysander, right?
No, I've gone through both Lysanders.
Oh, they're both in the ditch. The S-Seeker.
Okay, so we've got grab N here. Yeah, I think Lele, attaching the energy to Lele here is fine.
Did I watch any VGC? I watched the finals on the third day. I watched all 3 finals. I also saw Marcus get knocked out by good old flinches.
Was there anything surprising do well in the finals? I don't follow VGC at all, so I don't really know what's good and bad.
I only saw cards that I recognise, so probably not anything crazy.
Oh, am I really ultra balling for a Dartrix here just to avoid dying?
Yes.
So horrible, so horrible.
Why?
Because what's my next turn?
You're not beaconing for a Lele?
I wanted to put the Rowlet down.
Yeah, you can. He'll KO something.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Well, you don't need to put the route down this turn.
No,
I
guess not. Yeah.
What are you getting rid of?
I don't think the choice band is all that relevant for now.
What? Why are you keeping the blower?
Float stones.
Keep the band, man.
Blower never gets value out of Stadium, I guess.
Dartrix counter-attack. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Beacon.
Whoa, can you not get a Decidueye?
No.
Oh, is it just a Rowlet in the...
Yeah. This game has gone horribly, Joe. We have received very little in regard to...
Yeah, that's right. I played Xerneas Break in Indy.
Oh, baby.
I played it because it has a very good Zoroark. We were tech to beat Espeon Garb, and flooding the board of energy isn't really bad against anything. So I felt like it had good matchups. Worst matchups for me were Vikabulu and Mega Ray, I think.
Oh, it's fine. He got Decidueye in hand anyway. See ya.
Did you concede?
Not yet. I'm hovering over the yes button.
If he misses an energy drop, it's still good for you.
Is it? Is it ever?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll. Okay, now this is good. Now this is very good because we can N again. It's
over.
I wouldn't say it's over. I'd say it's very far from over. But
I'd say GG.
Let's just get a Sycamore.
Whoa,
wait.
you put Revitalizer in the ditch.
Yeah, I know. I was checking whether I've still got Stretcher. You think N over Sycamore here?
What are you digging for?
I feel I need to be aggressive. I need to find energy.
But how? Yeah, just energy. N.
Do we need to commit Choice Band yet? What's he gone through?
I would always commit Choice Band here.
How much is Lele doing with Choice Band? 130.
No.
On a Decidueye.
Oh.
I still think I want to go for. Oh, the fact we've gone through 2 grass is so sad, but I still think it's got to go on the Decidueye so we can start one-shotting Lele's at some point in this game. Actually, looking at his board state, we're never going to be one-shotting Lele's, it's going on the Lele. Oh,
Marcus Costa, PhD, is now following. Thanks so much.
And Ramen Mix, thank you very much. So we can start sniping something.
Missed energy drop. It's got to be active, right?
It's applying the most pressure, I'm thinking.
You kind of want him to flip you one more time anyway, so you can get a full Decidueye and Sycamore your hand. It would actually be so good for you if he flips one more time.
Yeah, and then I can respond next turn with Feather Arrow.
The pro play here is to not beacon and say whoops. That's the proest play.
Are we doing it? Are we doing it? Okay, sure.
So he doesn't end you. This is the pro play, guys.
I'll put Angry Face.
Whoa, why didn't you ping active? What are you doing?
Because I'm planning on devolving these things.
Why didn't you ping active? You've got to deal with this Coco.
I can double ping next turn. I'm getting a full Decidueye.
Okay, at least he did the pro heartbreak emoji.
Oh no, he's taking 3 prizes, Joe. Oh dear.
Should have pinged that Coco, my boy.
What do you mean should have pinged the Coco? It's no different. It's literally the same.
He didn't end though. Broken.
He didn't end though. What a misplay on his part.
The pro heartbreak.
We still need to get one of our 2 outs for Rowlet here, but you know it's fine.
Oh, you didn't have a Rowlet in deck?
Did you not see his turn 1?
He killed 1, right?
Yeah, we missed it. I mean, we weren't winning this game anyway, but...
You definitely should have beaconed if you didn't have a Rowlet in your deck.
Give us the Revitalizer. Oh, didn't even hit either of them. So rip. Right, anyway. Well, that's the deck I want to play for the League Cup.
Man, you're so good at this game.
And that's the deck I would like to play for the League Cup. Tubbs, sorry I'm late. No worries, buddy. What does your t-shirt say? It says Fairfax, Los Angeles. Re-review, or do you want to wait for Luke?
I mean, you can start, right?
It's gonna be a long old.
It's a long thing, so we may as well get it out of the way.
Okay, look at this transition, guys. Da, 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 da. So.
Oh, I'm excited now. Oh! Broken.
Let me scroll this back a little bit. So, anyone that follows Trump from Hearthstone knows that he does re-reviews. And a couple of people have asked us to do some re-reviews of our set reviews, because obviously sometimes we're not completely on the money. So people want to know what we have to say about what we say about cards. So yeah, today we're going to be doing a Guardians Rising set re-review. I should add a little just here. We're not going to like listen to what we have to say about them. We're just going to look at like what we've got on the screen. I mean, it was only like a couple of months ago that we recorded this, so we still have an idea of what we said and stuff. And yeah, we're just going to sort of look at what we said about each card, kind of reflect on whether we got it right, whether we got it wrong, and maybe talk about the future for the card somewhat. Oh, I need to move the alerts in front of the window capture. Alexandre Santos, thank you very much for the follow. So yeah, it's a really long video, so it probably will take up the rest of the stream. But you know, PTCGO is kind of going to be a little bit boring over the next couple of weeks anyway, just because there's no new
It won't be that long.
cards yet.
I don't think it'll be that long anyway. Because we can just say like, yeah, we were right, yeah, we were wrong. But it won't be, like, some will need more discussion, but some we can be like, yep, next, bad card, next.
Yeah. But yeah, jumping right into it, it'll probably be alright until we've got a couple of people in here anyway. I genuinely think Galissapod was our first card. It's going to be really hard to scrub this along. But yeah, Galissapod, we rated a 1 out of 5. It saw a tiny little bit of play with the Lurantis, but I think we were pretty much spot on with this one.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we just said that Lurantis' numbers were good enough on its own, and it's a stage 1 that's clunk, so we didn't play it.
Yeah, Lurantis gained choice. If Lurantis hadn't gained choice band, then maybe this would have seen a little bit more play, but the fact that Lurantis gained choice band just meant the deck was good enough on its own. It didn't need a secondary attacker. Plus it gained Bulu as well, which was a much better secondary attacker than Galissapod, because it was a basic, and it had and it's just a really, really good card. So
does this ever see more than 1-star play because of the new Galissapod or not?
I could see one in the new Galissapod. I think it's a really nice like prize swing Pokemon.
There's a lot of Pokemon that hit 150, and with that ability, you actually tank stuff, which is quite good.
Yeah, so I think for like at the time of the review, we're pretty much spot on. But obviously we've since seen Galissapod GX, which seems to be a really, really good card from Burning Shadows. So I think this could be quite easily be the non-EX. Doraemon Gamer Twitch, thank you very much for following. But yeah, I think when we reviewed it, we were pretty much spot on. I don't know what the best way of scrolling through this is going to be. I'm just going to have to guess and hope I don't miss cards, I guess. We talked about each card for a fairly long amount of time, so
you should be able to skip like 30 seconds at a time.
Yeah. Next up was Trevenant. We rated 3 out of 5. I think this was possibly a little bit generous. Because it hasn't really seen much tournament success at all. But in theory, like Poltergeist paired with Garb is really good, right? It in theory is a really, really good combo. Plus it's a grass type, so you know it has access to Vileplume and stuff. So like the combo is there, but I feel maybe we slightly overrated it.
A cool thing is it can be Psychic type as well to counter Espeon Garb in the current day.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun. I don't think anyone's picked up on that, but it can do that. Its damage just isn't reliable enough. And I think Garbodor was more pulverizing than we thought. It sort of changed deck lists generally, which takes a lot of changing to lists. People are playing more physical Pokemon and more physical energy cards, so they're playing less
trainer cards,
item, trainer cards, etc. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Our slide didn't have Garbodor on here, but that was probably the only way this deck has seen play. But yeah.
Yeah. So maybe a slight overestimate, but also like we perhaps weren't fully aware of how, like you say, how polarizing Garb was going to be and how that was going to shape the format. To the point where Trevenant actually, like, because we were looking at a format where 4 Elixir, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 VS Seeker, 4 Trainer's Mail was like pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, all of those are pretty insta-play cards, but even so, like...
Well, that's when you just delinquent them and win the game anyway.
Yeah.
Attack with Garb. But, like, I think we can comfortably drop this down to 1 star again and not feel too bad about it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So...
Like, for the future of the card, I don't see it being
I can't. It
anywhere near as
hasn't.
good.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything, or nothing's been revealed in the new set that's particularly, you know,
Great for it.
that makes me think, oh, I need to get the Trevenants back out.
Mhm.
Next up is Lurantis, rated at 3 stars. I think this is fair. It saw play in Lurantis, and that's pretty much where we expected to see play. And Lurantis is about where I think it was going to be. It turned out the better Bulu variant was actually Vikavolt, which I don't think anyone predicted. But I still feel 3 stars is relevant here because it's a very relevant card in the deck. It's like it has to. You have to play the non-GX Lurantis in the Lurantis deck, so I think 3 stars is pretty fair. I guess the debate would be whether, because Lurantis didn't see as much play, or hasn't seen as much play, or hasn't seen that much play, maybe that people would say, or maybe the consideration would be, we over-rigged it, but that's more the deck rather than the card, I guess.
I mean, a couple of them cut in Birmingham, I think, a couple of Lurantis Bulu. Maybe it's
Yeah,
just Bulu.
No, there was Maze cut with Lurantis Bulu, and there was one next to me another round as well, so I think there were at least 2.
And Greninja's kind of teetering its head up again. Lurantis naturally has quite a good Decidueye, so I can see it maybe poking its head up here and there. Definitely tier 2 or below deck right now. But this Lurantis could still see playing Gliscopod in the future as well for math fixing, so definitely a 3-star card.
Do you think you'd still run a stage 1 just for that extra 20?
I think you still play one Lurantis GX.
Okay, yeah.
Set up some other Gliscopods.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because people sleep on Gliscopod's second attack. It's actually quite good. So.
But that's another review for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 3 stars is pretty fair. Next up, I think, is Bulu. It is indeed Bulu. Again, we rated it 3 stars. I think I'd actually rate it 4 stars now. Because Vikabulu is a strong archetype in a lot of people's eyes, including my own. And it's the backbone of that, like, it's the main attacker of that deck, not the backbone, but it's the main attacker of that deck. And the deck has won like multiple League Cups ever since Tapu Bulu was released.
It's the cornerstone of a tier 1.5 deck, basically.
Yeah.
I think we were just annoyed at the fact that we can't play Quad Bulu anymore because of Field Blower. You can see that was like part of a discussion.
Aether of Paradise right there, yeah.
We wanted to build it as Fury Belt Elixirs. That fell through and we were like, maybe it'll be a 1 or 2 of Lurantis in the end, but Vikavolt took us by surprise at the very least. And
yeah.
This is definitely one of the most powerful GXs. Its GX attack is still crazy good.
Yeah, being able to fully heal plus take 2 prizes at the same time is insane. The fact that it came out with Choice Band as well is just nuts. Like, 180 for 3 and a Max Potion is just crazy.
Yeah. So,
and then the variable damage of Nature's Judgment as well. So maybe we undersold it because we didn't see Vikavolt being a thing, but did anyone?
Well, obviously a few people.
Well, yeah, but like pre.
I think the success of it took a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, still an incredibly good GX. Like, this is, whilst Lurantis and Vikavolt was in the format, I think this is. We were talking about rotation earlier, and this deck literally loses nothing, right? It loses like very, very irrelevant things. Apparently Ross saw Vikavolt. Razark's here as well. Thank you for joining us, Razark. Did Ross see Vikavolt? Can anyone confirm that? I've got no idea, unfortunately.
Thing is, Ross just puts random cards on the screen and says maybe this will work, so I don't know.
Next up,
puts beware with every card. So.
Next up we have another follow. Pokemon Enthusiast 98, thank you very much for following. Victini, we rated it a 1-star card. I think that's still fair. Cubs and Walker is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, we're still, like we said in the review, this card is a 1-star card until it gets an attacker that is a 5-star attacker, because you can reflip the attack, and then it becomes a very good card. And right now there's just nothing to really abuse it. I know people are going to say Mawile in a second. Yes, it is running Mawile. No, Mawile is not a competitive deck.
There they go.
So it's not being bumped up to even a 2-star just because it's running Mawile. Mawile Jack, yeah, I beat you to it, Mad Captain. But yeah, it's just waiting to be broken, really. Like,
yeah, good ability, but nothing supports it, just as we said at the time.
Yeah, it's a meme out of 5.
Thankfully, Pincer hasn't seen much play.
Next up is Turtonator. We rated it 3-star. I feel it's
kind of pushed to 3-4.
I feel like it's fair to underrepresented. It's not a 5-star card. It's potentially a 4-star card. But Volk has only just come back into favour. Like, straight after this set's release, Garb was everywhere, so Volk really wasn't that good of a play. But now people have adapted the lists, and obviously Sable House's list ran 2. Does that constitute it being a 4-star card? I don't feel it does.
Mate, it's a tech. It's a tech. It got into 2 top 8 lists.
I still think it's a 3-star card.
Yeah, same.
Nitro Tank is still insane. Insane reload. Like, the card's not bad at all, and Volk seems to be in a very good position post-rotation as well. So that's only going to make Turtonator better, because as soon as Volk's good, Turtonator is going to be a real cool late-game attacker / reload card.
Yeah. Really strong.
But yeah, I don't think it deserves anything more than a 3-star. This weekend is one of the first weekends where it's been seen as more of a one-of in Volk, and as a tech in anything else, it's been seen as pretty much a one-of until this weekend. So I think it's happy at 3 stars.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
So, Luke, do you know what we're doing? Have you been listening?
Yeah, I've been watching. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm keeping up.
Excellent.
Cool.
I think 4-star because you can play Zoroark and Decidueye with it. Wait, what? Jack doesn't like turtles. Jack doesn't like this turtle too much. Or doesn't think it's worthy of more stars. This guy is so meh, barely changes the deck.
Fine.
Barely changes any matchup one way or another. I mean, the extra 30 is really, really good in the late game if you've been hexed. Especially paired with Choice Band, but you know, it's just whether it's only ever as good as Volk is. As Volk as an archetype is, in my eyes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, same. I'm not just meh.
Next up, what do we got? Oh, we talked about Turtonator for a long time. Salazzle. Oh, another Mawile meme. We rated it 1-star. I still think that's fair, and there's nothing that's broken this card yet.
Muck comes out, but Muck's not a good archetype, so this will still be a 1-star.
Yeah, Muck hasn't sold me personally. Another 5-star Mawile Jack. If this was Mawiles out of 5, then this is for sure a 5-star. But actually, no. At the end of the stream last week, Luke, didn't we say we were thinking about taking out the Salazzle line for something else? I can't remember what. So maybe it's not even a 5-star Mawile card, Mad Captain.
You're gonna play no Salazzle.
Well, I can't remember what we were thinking about instead. It just did nothing. Like, it just did nothing.
It
Wasn't good.
deals damage. It makes them not get knocked out coming back into your turn.
Not always though. Like, the numbers are so awkward.
I guess the flips change things, but the flip is an even number, so it shouldn't change the clock.
Right, guys, we're talking far too much about Mawile here.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, it's just waiting for some ability or something that abuses. burned and poisoned, but for now I think it's pretty safe to say it's still a 1-star card. I don't think we talked about this one too much. Oricorio Bally
potential, but that's about it.
What Just Happened 02 has just followed. Thank you very much for following. I don't think Jack was attuned with Malwell anyway. Jack hasn't been attuned with Pokemon since Birmingham at all. Jack has been playing very badly over the past few weeks.
Oh, guys, I didn't even put the Houndoom combo
No, you
in
didn't.
this slide.
That's disgusting. Ah, I just missed a follow as well. Someone1412, thank you very much for the follow. It'll come up in a second. Kato1412, thank you very much for the follow.
So this is clearly a 6 out of 5 card. Because of the Houndoom potential.
No, I'm pretty happy with 1 star.
Yep.
Yeah, it's... Maybe I'm salty, maybe I'm not. But this is a 1-star card. End of story.
Yep.
There's nothing more I plan on saying. There's nothing more I want to say.
Very good.
Alolan Sandslash, 2 stars.
Should be a 1 star.
Yeah, I think we overrated this a little bit. Hasn't seen any play at all.
Master.
Yeah, Sushi. It turned out Bridget became a thing, so it was so much easier to get Sushi Master out. And just drawing up to 5 is often better than drawing 1, because you're going to be drawing 2 to 3, especially in the late game. So yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't. It was because Sushi Master was so good. I think this didn't see any play.
And talking about it as a hidden switcher was definitely too ambitious.
Well, it's just worse than Umbreon. Like, Umbreon can do it from turn 1 for a single energy, whereas this has to have Water DCE and it only does 20 damage more. So if you're ever playing Strafe Dot deck, you're playing Umbreon anyway. It's got more health as well.
Very ambitious.
So yeah, one star. Hopefully someone's keeping a track of how many we did well with and didn't do well with.
I think it's maybe 1 star here or there, hasn't it?
We haven't been majorly wrong on anything yet, no.
Alolan
Ninetales GX, 4 out of 5.
5, baby.
I think this is a 5-star card. It made a top 8. It's made 2 top 8s since being released.
On its own.
On its own.
It's also been Decidueye Ninetales.
Yeah, plus it's like the backbone of one Decidueye variant right now, which I still personally think is better than the Plume version. It's just such a versatile card. Ice Path GX is something I completely underrated. The attack is nuts.
I got into a random game and I'm up against tomorrow.
I think also the fact that we have the Vulpix, like we sort of had to bundle Vulpix in the same slide, and that's for sure a 5-star card.
Yeah, Vulpix could, like, on reflection, Vulpix could have had its own slide. I think we kind of underrated how good Vulpix. Like, we knew it was going to be good, but like it's played as a card on its own in things like Metagross. There's even been like Vikabulu lists that have ran 1. Like, this card or Beacon is just such a good attack for free, which also skews the prize trade. It's just insane.
And Ninetales probably gets better when we get the new non-GX as well.
Yeah,
so.
So
pretty much took is a 5-star. Ninetales between 4 and 5 stars. Like it cut the largest event of the year. It cut a recent regionals in. Well, it made 2 top 8 slots, and it's been making slots in the Decidueye list. So it's changed one of the previously best archetypes for potentially the better. It's made its own archetype on its own, and the Vulpix is seen in a wide variety of decks. So I think 5 is fair for the Ninetales package, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, and like you say, with the new Alolan Ninetales, I think the deck gets better. So definitely, like, the card in itself is probably still going to see a lot of success post Burning Shadows. Having Safeguard in your deck is going to be really, really useful right now. Safeguard is an ability that I think.
basically had a. Sorry, we both jumped in.
Yeah.
Basically, I could see. I saw your mouth stop moving on the screen, but I forgot that you're like 30 seconds behind me. What was I gonna say? I just like that we had basically like a tournament ready Ninetales list like a month before the set even came out. I'm still chuffed by that.
Yeah, I think there was I don't know whether Ben's still in here. There was a lot of debating between me, Joe, and then like Ben and Adam as to where Ninetales was, but we all knew Ninetales was a really good card. So yeah, I think this card is very good. And as someone just said, with the new Alolan Ninetales, considering we're losing Hex post rotation, it actually could be really difficult to deal with because there's not many decks that don't have an EX or GX main attacker right now. Garb is one of the only ones that does, and that's got Garb anyway, so like it's kind of irrelevant. So yeah, it's interesting.
Good card.
Yeah, good card.
Very good.
What's next?
Razak Adam. No, Razak is Pokedex.
Razak is a man, a real man.
Wishy Washy GX, 1 star. I don't think this has seen any tournament play, not even as a meme.
Do you know what? If you could give it 0 stars, I think you'd probably be. Actually, no, in expanded,
It's
could
a 1
see
star
play.
just for expanded. Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's actually really good in
Blastoise.
Archiestoise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't play expanded.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this hasn't seen any play.
Just remember,
over here,
guys.
so
Just remember that Charizard Lounge rated is higher than Ninetales. Continue.
wait, what?
Moving on.
What?
They did. They rated
Beetle.
this higher than Ninetales.
Like, okay,
No.
okay. I did not know that was the case.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So when you think we're getting things wrong, just remember that.
Okay.
That tidbit there.
Now, this was the first one that I think we actually took a big misstep on. Tapu Koko GX. Oh, I've just had a follow. Philippe Stallone and I think it was someone Rocky or something. Thank you very much for the follow. DCU0129. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Tapu Koko GX 4 stars. This at the moment is not a 4-star card. Gio de Barber, thank you very much for following. At the moment, this is not a 4-star card. Ray is very fringe. Yveltal is literally hasn't seen play in a long time. So it's typing.
Yeah, at the time of us recording this, Yveltal Garb was still the best deck in format. So.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, I mean, it would start to move out the way, but at the same time, everyone thinks Yveltal can make comebacks, and we sort of did as well. We thought Yveltal Dramper was going to be a deck because of the new stadium. So that's one of the reasons why we rated Tapu Koko so highly.
Yeah.
Also, we thought that Blower for Garbodor was enough of an answer, but sometimes it's still not. Acerola and Scoop Ups may make this archetype better, but I still don't think it will do well going into Worlds. I think this is probably a 2-star card.
I think right now it's a 2-star card.
A very glamorous 2-star card.
X2
I can see it breaking out and being really good at some point.
I think this card definitely
2.
has potential.
Yeah.
I'm not happy rating it 1 star. I think it's 2-star because it is seen in Tapu Budo every now and again. And people are like, it's not unplayable. Round 1 of Birmingham I played it. Round 1 of the Poke Beach tournament this month I played it. People are playing this card. It's just not on the power level that it needs to be able to compete when it's not able to abuse its typing. If it's able to abuse its typing, I think it's a really good card. But right now, as we've said, Galore 971. Thank you very much for following. As we've said, there's no the lightning typing isn't anywhere near as relevant as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks better with Acerola and Scoop Up and that kind of thing. So potentially.
And to be fair, the reason why we're not putting it as a one-os, it's seeing sparing play in Vikabulu. If they go heavy on the lightning energy, it's sometimes a one-off copy.
Yeah, I said it's not like it's just sits in the binder and is never taken out.
Yeah, I mean that's me clutching at straws. It is very sparing play, but it's not a 1-star card.
But I still really like the card. Aero Trail is such a good ability. Sky High Claws is just a fine attack if you're able to pair it with weakness. And Tapu Thunder, like I've been beadled around with Tapu Thunder just because I've forgotten what it's done, and like just taken a huge swing from it and stuff. So like the card is, I think, fine.
Why are you admitting that?
There was in the tournament today. I was playing around it so much. Anyway, that's another video for another day. We had another follow as well.
40 HP. It should never be an issue.
Ninetales doesn't.
Well, true.
Bama dude, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, I think Tapu Koko is the first one that we haven't got wrong by a single star.
I think there's a few that we do get wrong, but
so far though. Vikavolt GX.
What was this?
It was a 1-star.
Okay.
I still think it's a 1-star. I don't think I'm willing.
If Coco's a 2, this has kind of got to be a 2. Well, maybe not.
This is seen.
It made like 1 League Cup second place and like a couple of almost placements. So yeah, maybe just the 1-star.
I think 1 is fine.
It's seen play, but it's never been great. It's never been as good as Vikabulu, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the card's good enough. It's so weird saying like a Vikavolt card isn't good enough, considering Vikabulu is such a solid tier 1.5 to 2 archetype right now. And like some people have toyed around with it in that as well, but I don't think the card, like I think the Vikabulu deck is just so much better at being consistent rather than having like this Zatek attacker. So I think 1-star is pretty fair.
Next. Yeah, if Shaman saw more play, it would be a better card.
Yeah. Tapu Koko promo, rated 4 out of 5.
I think, even though it's like one of my favourite cards, I think 4 out of 5 is still fair.
Yeah.
It will only ever be a 1 or 2 of in some decks.
I was going to say, does this ever get pushed up to 5 stars? But I don't think it does. I think, like you say, it's pretty...
It's an amazing card, but our rating system is based on its overall amount of play. And to be a 5-star, you have to be the cornerstone of a deck.
Yeah.
Or like just pull an archetype out of nowhere, basically. So.
Or a staple in like every deck. Whereas this is not a staple. Like it's an important card, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not in everything, and it's only ever a 1 or 2 of. So.
It's in Ninetales and Decidueye always. Well, not the Plume build, but it's in Ninetales, Decidueye always. It's in straight Ninetales always. It's in some Zoroark. And then here and there, it might be a one-off just for Gyarados fixing or random math fixing here and there.
Free retreat as well.
Vikabus are playing it sparingly as well, so.
Yeah. I think 4 is fair.
It's actually really good for Vikabulu for putting 20s on Espeons. If you play Fury Belts now. Just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, Tapu Koko was pretty much where we thought.
On the money.
Okay, Garb is our next one. Rated at 5-star.
That's fair.
Card-wise, I think it is a 5-star. I think that's pretty spot on. What we were pairing it with, however, a little bit more questionable. But the card itself is definitely a 5-star card. Like, it was 75% of the meta share for the first regional. There's no way that card isn't a 5-star card.
I think in our defense, the reason why we paired it with like Tauros and Hammers more than just straight Dramper was because of our fear of Sylveon. And we felt that Dramper on its own wouldn't be good enough because the energy efficiency isn't there because you just get hammered and grunted the whole time. So that's kind of why we diverted to the Tauros build, because it's just one energy on all of your dudes to start attacking. So I think because we felt Sylveon was a bigger factor in the format, we didn't have the clarity of vision for the now what we know to be the best two Garbodor variants. But our Tauros Garb list still played like two Drampers anyway, so I don't think we were that far off. It's just the slides look a bit bad.
Like it hasn't been seen with Bunnelby and it hasn't been seen with Vesp, but
No.
the card, we were talking about the card in itself, and yeah, it's definitely a 5-star card. I think we also said the fact that it's called Garbodor as well makes it really good because Garbotoxin's still incredibly relevant,
Yay,
which is true.
beat Mal.
Did Garb
You're
get...
playing a mirror, Luke.
No, he was.
Oh god.
I'm playing my deck and he was playing Think Me's list.
Oh, okay.
What did Mies play this weekend? I've been meaning to ask, but I haven't.
Desi Tails,
Okay,
but a techie list. Really techie.
fair.
Played Hex and Dramper.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I told you it was techie.
that's very techie.
That's incredible.
I just wanted to go back and check what the chat said. Let me reread quickly. Did Garb get 5 Wassies? I don't know. Sort of Bunnelby in Milan, that's fair. Tested Garb with Coco and Honchkrow. There's been quite a bit of Honchkrow on the ladder lately, actually, I've noticed. Nick N88S, thank you very much for following. Topped Milan with 3 Bunnelby. Oh, okay, we were doing okay with the Bunnelby then. Okay, that's the latest message I've got. But yeah, Garb 5-star. We rated it 5-star. We did good.
And I think there's no question that if you could do a 5-star plus, I think
If there was a 6th star, maybe this would have been the card that got the 6th star. The fact it came out with Tapu Lele probably means that would have been our 6th star card.
Yeah.
And Dramper to an extent.
Yeah.
Mimikyu
rated as 2-star more than anything for the expanded side of things.
Seen sparing play in more modern Metagross lists.
Yeah, which is strange.
Definitely an interesting one.
Overhype, or
I think 2 is fair for its expanded use.
yeah, and I feel like anything we rated more based on expanded use, we're going to struggle to re-review a bit more because there's not been as many. Like, have there been any expanded regionals since?
I think a couple, but Night March hasn't been doing well, so the Mimikyu's not going to be doing well.
Yeah.
Basically.
So yeah, pretty fair. Delmise and another. Wow, this whole Mawile deck was built out of this whole set, wasn't it? 1-star card, similar to Regirock. Solgaleo hasn't seen play since set's release. Metagross, some people have been playing a single Delmise, maybe even, has it ever been up to 2?
I think
I've
the
seen
original
1.
The original list played 1 and they took it out because it has a 2 retreat cost and it hurts them way too much. So they basically played it and then realised we don't want to play this card.
So yeah, it's like, if anything, it goes up to 2-star, but since people decided that it wasn't right for the deck, it's probably still at a 1-star card. Obviously for Mawile, it's 5 Mawiles out of 5, but you know, that's a different rating scale completely. No, there hasn't been any expanded regionals to Sun and Moon 2, you don't think? Okay, I didn't think there were, if I'm honest. Because there's been a regional like pretty much every weekend, or like every other weekend, and they've all been standard from what I've seen. But yeah, either way, yeah, I think we were pretty spot on with Delmise. Until we get a good metal deck again, it's probably not going to see play, and even then, it's going to have to be a good metal deck that has the space to run Delmise anyway. In a format where we've got choice band anyway, so that's probably going to be the better numbers fixer than Delmize. So this is going to have to see a very specific set of cards / deck for it to be anything more than a 1-star in the near future, I think.
For sure.
Tapu Lele GX.
What do we give this one?
We rated this one 5-star. I think that's pretty fair. Obviously a hybrid of Lugia and Jirachi, which is pretty much spot on. No Bridget up there, which is sad to see. Turns out Lele for Bridget became one of the best turn 1s in the game.
We had fan club.
We had fan club, I guess. We had Bridget 0.5.
I think it's because we were still anticipating lots of EX decks rather than GX decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we had the fan club and not the Bridget, but Bridget's changed building completely.
Yeah, it's. You think we mentioned Bridget? Hopefully, yeah. Mowgli and Mari.
I think
welcome.
The most interesting thing about that combination is you see on comments on posts and videos and just in general chat, people continuously, even now, keep saying, "Oh, the format slowdown for Lele for Bridget is good." I don't think the format slowed down at all. It's just Bridget means you can get these traditionally slower decks set up quicker.
Yeah.
So the format itself is like against Tapu Vika, Tapu Buddha Vika Vault, turn 2, 210. That's not slow.
Yeah.
I think
Bridget
it's maybe more referring to the style of deck, but yeah, it's less made the format slow and more just opened the doors for slower archetypes to be quick enough to, or be consistent enough to keep up with things like Volk and stuff that are just EX heavy.
Yeah, I mean the card is inherently broken. It wasn't built for a format with GXs in. It wasn't designed around that, so it's inherently broken in that respect.
Yeah. I'd love them to reprint a similar card though. I think the format is so good right now.
Yes.
I love Bridget in the format.
John
maybe another one sort of similar, but GX and EX excludes.
Maybe just collector and go nuts.
Everything goes.
Thank you for the follow. Well, we lose Shaman, so EX and Hooper, so EXs are a lot worse post rotation. So, could be a thing. There was a follow in the middle as well. Zulu Protocol, thank you very much for following. That's 3 follows.
We have about 30 follows tonight.
Love it. I'll double check after this. Is it too soon to talk about some popular archetypes post rotation, what they lose? We could do some talking about that once we've done the review, some general chat. But right now we're re-reviewing our review of Guardians Rising.
Review. But yeah, 5 out of 5 Lele spot on. I mean, it was always going to be good.
Yeah, this was a safe one.
I think Lily was not played, but that's about it.
William,
because I think Lily is a good card, but because Bridget is so good in most other decks, the turn 1 Bridget is just better.
When we lose N and Sycamore, Tapu Lele for Lily is going to be insane. Because
maybe
once we're up to a Sun and Moon format, think about what supporters you want turn 1. A lot of them nowadays are more energy disruption or Acer roller style things, whereas Lily's actually one of the rare draw supporters that we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this combination will definitely be a thing. It's just not quite there yet, because we still have things like Bridget and Sycamore and N in format.
Yeah.
But yeah, the card's insane. Energy Drive, I think I personally, not underrated as an attack, but have been more and more in love with ever since I've started using it as an attacker in things like Desi and stuff. The card is just bonkers. There's nothing bad about this card.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that was a justified 5 stars that we felt safe with. But I think this is the best card in the set as well. I think.
Yeah.
This would be our 6-star.
I think it's
card
one of the best cards
one.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, it could well be the best card I've ever seen. Could well be.
That's a big statement.
It's like that and Uxie, and what else? I don't even know.
It's just insane.
The fact that it's also pushed Shaman out of the format as well that's how good this card is. There's decks that don't play Shaman now, when Shaman was a 2-of in pretty much everything, unless you were very non-EX heavy. So the fact that this card has inherently pushed Shaman out of the format shows how strong it is.
Mm-hmm.
It can go in any deck. Its ability obviously is absolutely insane. Like Jirachi with 90 HP was in every deck when it was around, pretty much. This with 170,
80
no weakness,
and a good attack. 80 more and a good attack.
There is no downside to this card.
It's
1 retreat cost as well. You know.
There's and in certain decks like Tapu Cure like Metagross uses Tapu Cure and stuff. It's not like these last lines of text are even irrelevant.
Mm.
And I think they had to kind of give it a less universal GX attack, because otherwise it would just make it absolutely absurd.
It's still the cornerstone of Metagross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like, if Metagross hasn't taken 6 prizes by the time like they've taken 2 or 3 hits, you're still going to be using Tapu Cure at some point. So it's like I say, it's not an irrelevant line of text. It's just like there's nothing about this card that's bad. Still think Field Blower was a better release from the set. I think Field Blower is a very good card, but I think this is just one of the best cards that's ever been printed.
Right, next. So much time on an obvious 5-star card.
Oricorio
So
Pow
much to say.
form.
So much love.
Pow Pow.
Is this the energy thing? Ooh, that was quite a high rating.
Rated 3 stars. Turns out Guardy isn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Still saw some play at the weekend again. Creep back into.
Yeah, it did. I was rooting for the Guardies that we saw on stream, but yeah, it's not 3-star level. I don't think. I think 2 stars.
No, I
is
think
fair.
2.
Drop it to 2, I say.
I mean, its main use was from the obvious one was with Mega Guardi.
Yeah.
I played it in my Lurantis list to get energy in the discard, and it was very good in that. But it's again very niche deck, niche play.
Orochi MG, thank you very much for following. Yeah, I think in the review we said, because we talked about not Metagross, Garbodor at this point, like this could be replacing things like Professor's Letter and stuff. But yeah, there's just been no decks that really properly abuse it. I still think the card's potentially really good, but there's been nothing to abuse it right now, so I think 2 stars is fair.
Yeah, 2's fair.
Next up, we have... Jeez, we talked about this Oricorio a lot. The Sensu form that we rated as 2 stars, I think is probably a 4-star card.
As many as 4.
I think 4. It's teched in a lot of decks.
I'm so far behind, I can't.
I'd say
Stream keeps
3
freezing.
stars more.
Mowgli Omari, thank you very much for following. Yeah, 3 is probably fair.
Yeah, it's good in decks that obviously that have no way of beating Vespiquen any other way. I think it helps. But some decks have decided to play Karen instead of that. Yeah, which is interesting. It's definitely sort of in between 3 and 4, because its other attack. If you've got Stadium in play, Choice Band, 120 on Espeon, nothing to shy away from.
I'm glad that we got the big 2 cards on the screen, Vespiquen Counter and Espeon. We didn't have Gyarados on there, but it also is sparingly used against Gyarados as well.
I think we thought Gyarados was pretty much dead with Tapu Koko coming out, so...
Yeah.
But Alex had to go and ruin things, didn't he? Had to go and do well with it.
Yeah,
yeah, 3 stars I think is fair.
I think its star rating is dependent on what the format looks like.
It basically pops in when you need it to, and then jumps back out when you don't.
That's probably why.
Week by week basis, basically.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, 3 is fair. Yeah, it's fair enough. Still a good card though. Toxapex GX.
It's the big old 1-star.
It's a big old 1-star. Didn't you play against one this weekend, Joe?
Yeah.
What was it with? What? Talk to me.
Garbodor.
Toxapex Garbodor.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still a 1-star? I assume so, because you beat it.
It's a 1-star card.
There's no psychic acceleration, so these are some expensive attacks.
I like that some people tried to play it with EVs and just go for spike cannon flips, like YOLO swaggensing it, but
That's incredible.
It's definitely not above a 1, and we're not giving zeros. So.
Yeah, 1-star is pretty fair. I feel like if there's a 0-star card, we wouldn't be talking about it. So 1-star is the baseline for people that are saying. I saw a couple people saying
discussed every GX, so
yeah. Like the fact it's a GX probably means it's a 1-star just because people are going to be looking at it anyway, so it's worth talking about. But yeah, pretty much hasn't seen any play, and until we get psychic support, I don't think it will see any play or any relevant play.
Survivor can put that ultra toxic poison to 140. Whew.
Oh boy. Lunala. Non-GX Lunala. K-Tofu is now following. Thank you very much for the follow.
Yeah, 1-star.
Yeah, 1-star. Like, I think we said the fact that it's a... I think we rated it a 1-star because we thought Yveltal was still going to be good. Not the only reason, but like the fact that we thought Yveltal was still going to be good meant the weakness was relevant. It turned out, well, we didn't think Darkrai was going to be as favourable, or as seen as it actually has been, because we didn't think it could deal with Garb very well. But it turned out they just ran 15 energy instead. But yeah, so we rated this card because we thought Yveltal was going to be big. It turns out it wasn't, but Darkrai was big, so it's still a 1-star card.
And Zoroark.
And Zoroark is big, yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Also,
Solgaleo can hit 160 anyway, right?
Yeah, so. Solgaleo Lunala was the only. It was only going to be the deck that this was running, other than like straight Lunala, which wasn't a thing. And like Solgaleo was completely dropped off the map as well. So, like, yeah, this card is still a 1-star. We correct. We were correct with this. There is a max potion Regirock
130
right there,
is
though.
such a horrible number in this format.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty bad.
4 years ago it was insane, but now it's just meh.
Just
The attack as well, conserving energy is not bad with the combination of the 9GX, but it's obviously not in a great place right now due to typing, and they're just for the better stage 2s.
Yeah. There is a Regirock Max Potion though, so you knew from early that Regirock Max Potion was going to be a play, Joe.
Oh yes.
Machoke we gave a 1-star. Oh, sorry, go on, Luke.
It's just interesting to... This is the first time I can think of in a while that there hasn't been some form of playable version of the set legendaries in some iteration.
It's probably, I think it's just because they're stage 2s. And I still stand by the fact that I think Solgaleo is a busted card. It just needs to be in the right format. I think Soul Burst is insane. 5 energy for 1 energy, sure. So yes, I still stand by the statement that Solgaleo will be good one day. Like very good one day. But yeah, right now, that's not today.
The first time we saw them, we thought they were basics.
Imagine.
I know.
Gross.
Then they'd be busted.
Okay. Machoke's kind of been underrated, I guess.
I think it's a minimum 2-star.
I think maximum 2-star as well. I don't think I've been higher than 2.
But the fact, again, Dow ruining things. He had to go and put our review out of tilt, didn't he?
Yeah, it won a regional, so it's got to be at least a 2-star, right?
Yeah.
We had the decks that it could be in, though.
Yeah, it were like pretty spot on with the 2 decks that it has seen play in.
Luke, randomthoughts.me. Do we ever make the space for this in Xerneas Break? Decidueye is one of our harder matchups, and so is Greninja.
Yeah, I mean, if Greninja sees more play, for sure, but I think you probably, if Greninja sees more play, you maybe play the Giratina promo. Because it also helps against...
Decidueye as well, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good.
And Espeon needs a GX attack on multiple Xerneas to actually win the game.
Yes, yeah, they have to put 3 on everything, don't they? Potentially. It's a lot of space to commit in a list that doesn't have that much space, but...
Yeah. Anyway.
What you need to do after this, Joe, you have to find a way of sending me your Xerneas, because a lot of people have asked for it, actually.
My list. It's going up straight after the stream.
Okay, people that want to listen in the chat, wait until just after the stream. We've got a set review, plus a video tomorrow as well, so hype. But yeah, Machoke 2-star card, slightly underrated, because I think we kind of thought Gyarados was dead even with this card being released. But turns out Dow is good with Gyarados and win, and therefore this is 2 stars. That's pretty much it. What is next? Lycanroc GX.
What was this? 3
Rated
stars?
as 3 stars.
I think it's between 2 and 3.
I think we have to drop it to 2.
Yeah.
Still such a powerful card in a vacuum. It's just the rating scale. The rating scale is not based on how good the card is in a vacuum. It's the scale of how much play it's seen on top tables.
Yeah.
I mean, it top 8'd a special with Raichu. Seen more play with Raichu here and there, only at smaller tournaments than larger tournaments. The Lycanroc combo deck hasn't really kicked off. The disruption style. I think too many grass decks still dominate, and just playing like a couple of wobs doesn't fix that. Especially because Bulu and Vespi popped up more and more, so that just their typing has kept them out of the format for a while.
Yeah.
So basically we're playing the dark type version of Lycanroc GX instead of Zoroark. The old non-EX version.
Yeah. I think this card over the past 2 weeks has actually seen a lot more play. Like, it saw minimal play with Raichu Lycanroc being a thing, winning League Cups here and there, but at least in Indy, from what I heard, obviously you'll be able to say whether this is the case, Joe, but I heard a lot, this was actually being played by quite a few people. It just wasn't doing insanely well.
I didn't see anyone play this deck.
there was a couple, like there was a Zoroark Lycanroc on stream, and I think there was a Lycanroc. I'm pretty sure there was a Lycanroc Zygarde deck in top 64.
What?
There's definitely a list that's just been posted on Verbank, that was like top 128 minimum, because I was surprised as well.
I don't think it's top 64. Maybe top 128.
Maybe top 128 then. But yeah, I think, like you say, the card's really good in a vacuum, but grass is just the type to be right now. For a couple of archetypes, so it's kind of pushed Lycanroc out of favour. Do you think the card gets better or worse over the next few weeks and months, looking at rotation and stuff?
Glissatov's a hard matchup.
Yeah, I don't think it gets any better.
I mean, it can blow up Darkrai and it can blow up a Guardi, which seems okay. But what do you do after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was thinking sort of post-rotation, does it get any better? But I think now we've also seen Guzma.
Yeah.
It's not as ideal.
I mean, there's one card, I think Zoroark GX is literally another absolutely insane card.
That's so far along the line, Luke.
But
not even. That's like post-rotation.
Is it?
Set.
Yeah, that'll be November.
Oh, I wanted to play that for Worlds.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Nah, it's November.
I love that card so much. I can't wait.
I need to look back at all of the Cinnamons 3+ stuff. But yeah, Lycanroc probably 2 stars in all reality.
Yeah.
Very fringe play.
Gliscor, Joe, I'm going to let you take the floor with this one because it's 2 stars.
This is a 1-star card. I was, as you can see, clutching at lots of straws.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 straws, potentially 10 straws right there that Joe was clutching
what
at.
it does.
I've just had to reread the attack, if I'm honest.
What's it do?
70 for 1. Woo! Broken.
It's got no damage counters on it, does nothing. Ah, okay.
I didn't even put Tapu Koko on there, I just had Spinder.
And Golbat. You went with Golbat over Tapu Koko.
Right, I'm playing this for a league challenge, boys.
I may have overestimated Darkrai's potential. And Dramper. Oh, mate, this destroys Zoroark Dramper. Should I play it?
No.
It does.
No,
just no.
Just Joe things. Yeah, okay. It's a 1-star card. So yeah, slight overestimation, but
watch this space, guys. I'm going to win a league challenge for this.
I'm dodging all responsibility for that one because that was completely Joe.
That was all me, yeah.
I
mean, we had to discuss the interesting cards, and whenever there's some discussion about a card, I feel like I have to discuss it because we always get comments like, why didn't you talk about Gliscor? You missed it.
This card's insane.
I've tried, guys. I've tried. It should have been a 1, though.
Oh, is the video broken?
I'm pretty sure Honchkrow got the same 2-star treatment. It might even got a 3-star. I can't remember.
Oh. When I first read Honchkrow, I thought it was absolutely insane.
Okay, I think
I misread it.
I think the video's broken. Let me reload the video real quick.
Oh boy,
128.45.
Okay, Sudowoodo, 4 out of 5.
You have to drop it.
I think it's 3.
3? Yeah. Still a solid counter card to a couple of decks in the format. It's seen play as the one of similar to Oricorio.
Yeah, for the first...
I love that big circle and cross through it.
Yeah.
For the first 2 weeks...
You're done, boy!
For the first 2 weeks of Guardians Rising being released, this was splashed in pretty much everything, I think. But more and more, as lists developed, people needed that extra slot, and it seemed that Ray and Xerneas actually, Ray and Rainbow Force weren't actually that good at decks, even with people not playing Sudowoodo. So yeah, it's kind of dropped out of favour, but it's always going to be, whenever there's a Ray or a Rainbow Force type deck, or you've got one extra slot for, like, in the first 4 weeks, in the first 2 weeks, I still didn't play Mega Ray or Rainbow Force at all, but it was still really, really annoying to deal with only having 4 bench Pokemon. Like, it's really annoying.
It's deceptively good against, like, Decidueye, Volk, even things like Espeon, Garb, and Dramper. They don't like not having a 5 bench, so...
No, so I still think it's... I don't think it's any lower than a 3-star, because I think it's still always going to have the potential to be splashed. But
it was interesting leading up to North America as well. The amount of Mega Ray, because virtually everyone had dropped Sudowoodo. So the amount of Mega Ray that I saw when I was testing online and sort of looking at other things involved was creeping up, and I was surprised that one didn't do a bit better in America.
There was a few articles and a few videos coming up to the event about it as well. I was kind of getting worried to see if I had to tech for it or not. I brought Sudowoodo along with me, but I didn't, in the end, put it in, and fortunately...
Didn't play against any?
Didn't play against any.
Were there many? Were there many around?
I think a couple made top 64.
What, with metal? I think I've seen one metal build list, actually.
Yeah, I think it was mainly Magena because of Espeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow beat it without Sudowoodo, didn't he?
Yeah.
Don't know how.
Lysander Shame and attack. Lysander Shame and attack. Shake my hand now and let me run away.
Bye-bye. There were 3 in top 64. Okay.
Interesting.
There you go.
And Rainbow Road has just literally died in death.
I'll have you know, it won juniors. I watched the final.
They did it?
Yeah, it won juniors.
Okay. My bad.
Metagross GX, 1 star.
Oh.
This may be a bit of a beetle.
I think this is the biggest beetle we've had so far. I think I'm gonna straight up say what I said. I really didn't rate this card. I think I straight up said if I'm playing a stage 2 metal type, I'm playing Solgaleo. Why would I ever play this? Turns out this is better than Solgaleo.
Yep.
Or at least in this format, it's better than Solgaleo. So
place
I said that.
You placed it as a 3 for
Enzo Terrier, thank you very much for the follow.
At least a 3.
I think a 3 minimum.
So between 3 and 4.
I'd potentially say 4 simply because it is the backbone of a tier 2 deck.
Yeah.
So I think
was going to say 4, especially because Guardy.
if we're
is on the
bumping,
horizon.
yeah, if we're bumping Ninetales up to 5, I don't mind leaving this at 4 at all. But if we're leaving Ninetales at 4, I think this is a 3.
Yeah.
Um,
We didn't spend enough time on this card, basically.
I think neither of us kind of
I
rated
think
it.
the main thing is that Vulpix and Bridget Engine was just not seen as clearly as we see it now, basically.
Yeah.
And that's what pushed this deck into.
We didn't reliably think that you could get the second, the third, the fourth Metagross set up, and you need you need at least 2 Metagross to function each turn.
Yeah.
As this deck. So that was the oversight. That's where the error is. I feel a lot of people rated Metagross fairly low on their GX lists when the set first came out.
Yeah.
Giga Hammer as well just looks on paper like an awkward attack, so we were looking for other attackers. That's why the Genesect DX is there, but obviously
turns out Max Potion is
turns
fine.
out paying Retreat is fine if you're going to heal up everything anyway.
Yeah.
So
People saying Ninetales is not a 5, Ninetales is only a 4. I still think it's...
Because we had Vulpix on the same slide, right? It's sort of launching it up. If it makes you feel better, we can have Vulpix as a 5 and Ninetales as a 4, but Ninetales is still seeing play like a lot.
Ninetales top 8.
Deck.
Ninetales top 8 the biggest event like ever. Like it's
and within top 4 of another list.
Yeah. And has top 8 and has top 8 regionals as well.
Yeah.
This is
solid.
This is 1 star below Ninetales. Whatever you rate Ninetales as, this is 1 star below it. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Honchcrow, again, Joe, the floor is yours.
Is it a 2 star?
It is a 2 star.
I think this is a fair 2 star.
No.
No?
Nah, this is a 1 star card. Where is its tournament success, Joe?
Yeah, so if we're talking in terms of tournament success.
Yeah, it's a sad one. It's a sad one. It's a sad day for me.
I will.
Look how
if we're going half stars, it's a 1.5. It's a 1.5 star because I've actually seen this on the ladder compared to Gliscor, which I don't think people have remembered it's existed. But yeah, this
do you
is
think it has some potential?
Xavier
in the right
plays. Thank you very
format,
much for following.
but-
Don't encourage him, Luke. To be fair, once if they've managed to get 2 flying flips off against you, there's not much you can do because you can't fully heal a lot of Pokemon and stuff like that. Maybe Joe should play Gliscor for Liverpool. That should be his punishment. You even misspelled Honchcrow.
For Honchcrow.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, we're moving on from this slide. This is a 1 star card. Next. I think we talked about this card for quite a long time as well. Look at all these Pokemon. Okay, Sableye.
It's because I was trying to sell it to people. Oh, we overrated this. We got stick for rating this a 3 star, and this is actually like a 1 star card.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it in a single.
I think I'd still rate it 2 star simply because Sablegarbin expanded. Sablegarbin expanded.
I think Honchcrow's better than this.
Sablegarbin expanded.
And expanded.
If we're talking about expanded with some of the other cards, I think this is a 2 star card.
Sable, Sable, Garb, Garb.
I still want to be able to play Sable, Sable, Garb, Garb at a tournament.
I don't even think Sable, Sable, Garb, Garb's even good and expanded.
No.
So I'd still rate it a 1 star.
Yeah, a lot of people ripped into us for.
I remember at the time we made these slides, the night of before we recorded, this was at 2, and because we were worried about getting flamed, we upped it to 3. And maybe next time we'll stick with our gut instinct and keep it low.
Yeah. There was so much
60 HP,
so much backlash.
It's just that, yeah, like if you look at the comments of this video, the amount of people saying Sableye broken, and like that was the main.
I think we can look at the comments while we're here.
Friction, basically. So that was the main card of concern.
Yeah,
and it can scratch for 20.
And there were there were a lot of people when the card was released, the stream after the card was released, that were flaming us then as well. On stream, they were saying that we'd misrated this card, and me and Joe stuck to our guns, and it turns out we were right.
Yeah.
A lot of people on stream called us out for it, and this card just hasn't seen play.
It blew up in Burbank, right? And
it blew up in Burbank when it was first released. Then it blew up on this video, and then the stream after this video was released, it blew up in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we were like, no, it's not gonna.
It's bad.
It's not gonna break anything. But so many people were like, oh, this is gonna be the first. This is a broken combo with.
This is Exodia.
Yeah, and I think the only time it's ever been played was that first week after Guardians Rising was released. I played it, and it was bad, and I deleted the deck. That's you know that's where we're at. But you did misjudge this card. How did we misjudge it? Oh right, okay. So we misjudged it because we rated it too highly because we were scared of the backlash. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, the card is bad.
1 star.
1 star card. Sableye always gets real interesting cards. I was looking at some Sableyes yesterday, and they always get real weird attacks. Sad that we never got a Mega Sableye. How much Wassy did it get? We should compare our reviews to Wassy's.
Oh, Christ.
Absol.
You've got to watch 15 videos.
Absol, 2 star card.
This is a 1.
Yeah, Absol Serena didn't ever take off.
Thank goodness we don't have to deal with that sort of jank.
I don't think Luke could be playing the game anymore.
I think the reason we had it as a 2 star was because I remember when Sun and Moon first came out, there was a lot of testing of Serena on its own with like Tauros and stuff.
Yeah. So
there was a concern there that deck got a lot of hype early on, and then
it just needed
a huge buff with Absol.
Yeah, it just needed something to push it over.
But fortunately, this is not seeing any play. 1 star.
Yeah, 1 star. Slightly overrated, but it was never going to.
The fear was there.
Yeah. Next, Sylveon. Okay, right.
This is probably the biggest beetle, but at the same time, who didn't rate this as one of their best cards in the set at the time?
It's in a format where Quad Lapis was doing really well, so...
Yeah. And as you can see, we had the comparison to Lapras. We had the type coverages, potentially. The deck's not seen the heights. Do we know why it's not seen the heights? Do you think it will find a time? What do you think?
Possibly.
I really don't know. It's a card that
it so much that like it's not like it's not been given the time of day. It's been given a lot of time. It's just it's not doing enough.
Yeah, it's not performing.
Yeah, there you go. Someone said Sylveon as a card is a 5-star card, but the meta makes it a 3. I think the card is still nuts, but if it's just not in the right meta.
Is it even a 3? Where's it been cutting?
I was gonna. That was my next question.
Yeah.
Where
do
you put this
2 because
now?
it has seen some play, but
I think it has to go to a 2. I mean, it's harsh when you look at some of the other things that we've given 2s, but
it's just not seen the results.
Cutting.
I haven't even seen cups. I haven't even seen it winning cups and stuff.
No,
I'm not seeing it
It's not a deck that wins cups because you have to be a real tryhard to play this deck, to be honest. And people don't want to go to cups with this. But like, yeah, not done well on the big stage either in any form.
Does it ever get better? Do you think?
There's got to be a way to break this card. There's got to be. Just, maybe people have given up too soon.
Maybe when N get on, it's probably going to be the shuffle draw by then.
When the new format comes out.
I was gonna say the fact that we have Magical Ribbon. The fact that Magical Ribbon is so easily countered right now by Lele for N or just physical copies of N. Like 3 to 4 N is pretty much standard in everything. Plus 2 to 3, like 1, 2, 3 Lele plus 3 VS Seeker. People have access to N. So it's going to be, you're going to have to Magical Ribbon 3 or 4 times before you're going to actually hold on to these cards. But maybe by the time we see N rotate, like we could see something with this card.
I think Mark may have been onto something where it's a more aggressive Sylveon. Maybe not combined with Garb, but I like when I tested against him when he was playing more aggressive Sylveon with like 3-4 DCE, and you actually try and Fairy Wind lots, but then you have the late game Ribbon option. You have a few 1 or 2 copies of cards that can be grindy. I think that is probably the best way to play the deck, not full on Shintaro mode.
Yeah.
Quad Lapras. I think it's too fragile. It's too weak to Hex. It's too weak to Devolving. That's also a big part of the format right now.
Yeah.
Is a big problem with Sylveon. So you don't have the same HP that Lapras ever did.
The more the format changes, we lose Forest, and the more we see Rare Candy Stage 2, the better pre-air GX gets. Right now, because we still have Forest, it means that like essentially your GX attack is useless against 2 very good decks right now. Plus there's a lot of stage 1s. Plus there's a lot of basic attackers still. So pre-air GX actually isn't as good as we first thought as well. But the more Vikavolt we get, Prince Lucy, thank you for following. The more stage 2 GXs we get, and the more like Rare Candy or like Vikavolt based things we get, I think the better the GX attack gets.
Yeah.
Vikavolt's also a horrible matchup.
Yeah, Vikavolt is also a horrible, but like you know what I mean. The Rare Candy into a stage 2.
Yeah. It's just right. Like even just look at the format now. Like if you're trying to construct a Sylveon today, if we're sat here saying the card is still broken, like Volk's really bad, Vikabulu is really bad, Greninja's really bad, Decidueye is really bad.
Zoroark breaks really bad.
Zoroark isn't even great because the break is still doing efficient stuff. Drampagarb's not great because you have to answer like 9 psychic energies on Garbodors without playing enough items. Espeon's annoying because they confuse you the whole time, so you can't do the things you want to do. Nothing's good for this deck right now. So
you're in a viewer. Thank you very much for following.
Oh, Metagross as well as Stomps it. So
the card's busted, but it doesn't have a good matchup in the format.
Literally, I just listed like the top 10 decks. And
I think you listed our top 10 video.
Yeah, so it would literally struggle against all of those. So that's probably an issue.
Yeah. Blaze It God, hello, welcome. We're reviewing our review, and so far Sylveon GX has been our biggest misstep.
And Metagross. Well, they're both a 3 or 4 star difference, right?
Yeah, so Sylveon and Metagross.
Both big swing.
Dramp.
If you had them the other way around, you'd been closer.
Yeah.
Would have been flamed to hell if we had them the other way around.
Do you think that, just a general question, as someone who doesn't do videos at the moment, do you think that you sometimes have to tailor your videos due to reactions? So you've said there you've tailored a few scores to your reaction. It's not actually what you think, or there's some things you might think might be good, but you don't put it out there. Do you think that's
there was definitely a rating that I had for every single card, and then I went through it again with Jack, and we sort of altered things, vetoing stuff basically on what other people have said. Like, obviously, we read the other articles and other stuff. We weren't the first people to do this.
No, we look like what kind of happens is Joe looked at an initial set review and kind of did the 4 or 5 star thing. Then we went through and looked at it all, but we're also always taking on board what people are talking about. Like the best example is the Sableye. Me and Joe probably would have rated that at 2 stars if we hadn't seen so much hype on Verbank, and the fact that so many people, like, even though we thought, okay, this isn't good enough, so many people were backing it. We thought maybe, okay, we've missed something, so we have to rate it at 3 stars, because if we've missed something and it turns out to be insane, like, we don't want to say we completely missed it, because obviously there's a lot of hype around it. So I think we take a lot of kind of community input as well when it goes into the 5 star, when it went into the 5 star thing. I think it's something that we just definitely want to, like, hold on to as well. I really like the 5 star system. But yeah, it's like, I think it's primarily based on what we think, but if there's a big difference in what me and Joe believe compared to what the community look at, we're going to analyse a card a bit more than usual.
Yeah, we're going to have a longer discussion between ourselves to say, can we actually do this? And
can we justify...
seem credible?
Can we justify what the community is saying?
Yes.
Even if it's not exactly what we think. And sometimes it is like that, and we agree with the community. Like, everyone thought Sylveon was good and it turns out it was trash, and everyone thought Metagross was trash and it was actually good. But sometimes we're in the middle, like I say, with the Sableye kind of thing, where we're like, okay, this has potential to be Exodia, but it's just whether in testing, in actual real life scenarios, whether it is.
Yeah, Dramper's really bad. Next.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dramper is still really bad. I've seen this card played once. It was in Tapu Koko, which was a real cool use for it, but Tapu Koko is not a deck, so, you know. Bye.
Joe is a credible beetle.
Comma OGX, 1 star. Any changes?
No change.
No
Next.
change.
Terrible. There's no redeeming feature for that card.
There's really not. Carl played it for a League Cup over the weekend.
Most powerful GX attack in the game! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Who said that, Joe?
Question mark. Next.
Blissey
got 2.
Blissey got 2. This is another one that I feel...
On this note, I'm going to get a drink.
I was a dreamer again, guys. I was a dreamer. Look, I was clutching. Look at the pictures. Yeah, abilities aren't good right now, unless they're crazy impactful. Turns out it's better to just play a PCL. And even PCL's seeing sparing play right now.
Yeah.
So, a big old chunky Mon isn't that good right now.
Yeah.
Scoop ups on Ace of Road, though. Oh, baby.
He's still a believer. We're getting a couple of W2Fs in the chat. Joe, what were you smoking at the time? I mean, the ability is nuts, and that's coming from someone who doesn't think the card's good. The ability is nuts, but it's just, you know, not there, guys.
Imagine a Lapras healing 110 every turn.
Imagine. I'm still waiting for the Energy Lotto review. Oh, I'm gonna have to say that card's good. Just gotta play it, haven't I?
Blissey's a star.
Yeah, Blissey's a 1 star card. It hasn't seen competitive play at all.
Not even from me.
Dramper GX.
Gave this a 5, right?
We gave this a 5. Do you think a 5's fair?
Phenomenal. It's definitely a 5.
I think it's a 5 simply because it's got Dramper Garb and Zoro Garb. Dramper Zoro and Garb Zoro. No, what am I saying? Dramper Garb and Zoro Dramper are 2 hugely impactful decks in the format right now. Basically off of the back of this card. So, yeah I think
our
it's...
slides were a bit off.
Oh,
We
what
thought
sort?
it was...
Oh,
Our slides were a bit off.
yeah.
That was more based on Japan, that we saw Yveltal Dramper early.
Finally a correct one, lol. We haven't been too far off. We know the bad cards. We just maybe don't always know the good cards. Yeah, we saw some Japanese lists. We initially tested it with Taurus and Yveltal. That was my first Dramper list on the channel. Turned out it was actually better with non-EX attackers. So you could skew price trade a bit more. And yeah, it's just like you say, it's good enough on its own. Righteous Edge is still annoying. Berserk is insane, even more insane than I thought it was going to be. And it turns out Big Wheel or Great Revolution GX, actually, if it doesn't force out an N, you've got an 11 card hand next turn, and you're laughing.
Yeah, and it can be an end game attack as well. Just be like Great Revolution, I have game next turn.
Yeah, end your opponent down to 2 cards, and then Great Revolution yourself into, like you say, 11 or 12, 10 or 11 cards. So if you don't hit your outs, you can access the rest of your deck anyway.
I remember this being a brave 5 out of 5 at the time as well. I remember a lot of people rating it a lot lower.
I think we started at 4.
Yeah,
and the more we thought about it, the more
we were like, yeah, 180 is good.
180 is pretty good, especially as you can do it turn 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Drampa doesn't have to be the main dish either, it can be teched, which is why it's amazing. It's not a dish, this is not dig. But yeah, I think Drampa's a pretty fair 5 out of 5. Don't think Luke will mind missing this one. Won't be able to call us out for anything on this one. Razak saying 5 is too much. How? Alan, thank you for the follow. Why do you think it's too much, Razak?
It's a main attacker in one archetype. It's a solid secondary in a second archetype. As you say, it's teched into things. So
I think it has to be a 5-star card. I think to be a 5-star card, it has to be a Lele or a Shaman.
Well,
but it's made. Like I would debatably say Lele is a 6-star card. If we were having one, like, golden pick, it would be Lele because it is in everything. But you know, like this deck has this deck was in like 16 of the top 32 decks the first weekend. I know Garb was in 24, but Garb was paired with this in like 16 or 15 or something. So
it just won into Nats.
It just won into Nats.
And top 4s. Twice, right? No,
yeah, it's been in at least every top 8 of every regional since, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's one of the only cards that can say that, other than Lele.
Right. And you'll also have to be bumped to 2-star because Jack's going to win a League Cup with it.
Yeah, and it was seen in Persimmon for a little while, so yeah, 2-star, sure, whatever.
Still 1-star.
No, this is still a 1-star card. But I am going to be playing this in Decidueye in 3 weeks' time in Liverpool, so you know that's exciting.
It's only 3 weeks
for the League Cup. Yeah. I've realised that today. It's 3 weeks on Saturday.
That's mental.
So I'll be playing it on the Sunday if I don't make day 2. Again, if I make day 2, that checks me out of this punishment because that's how it worked with the Mawile one.
Well, no, said you'd roll it over, but whatever.
I'm sure I'll play both for League challenges in the future. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, Energy Lotto is still a 1-star card. It's like the combo is there if you draw DCE, but you know it's nothing incredible. Drampa is a 5 for sure. We're living in a... Yeah. Okay, still talking about Drampa. Cool. Next. Field Blower, 5 out of 5. Do you think that's fair?
Very fair. It's becoming a solid 2 count more than a 1 count very often.
Yeah, the fact it's...
Some decks.
I'm really liking 2 Field Blower right now.
It's a 2 count in the ability heavy decks, and it's a 2 count in the Garbodor decks, which is like 9 of the decks.
50% of the meta share right now, minimum. If not more.
Even Zoroark plays like 1 more often than not, so...
I think most decks need to play 1.
Yeah.
Just... Not need to, but most decks appreciate playing 1 just to be able to get rid of choice bands and stuff. Like, getting rid of a choice band with a field blower is actually a really, really relevant thing.
It's moved Fury Belt out of the format to an extent, but it has been coming back here and there.
Yeah.
Basically crossing your fingers that your opponent can't field blower you on turns, which is quite a bad thing to do, but sure, whatever.
A question I have about your list this weekend, Joe, is do you regret not playing 1?
No.
Okay.
My,
That was...
my Bulu matchups were way harder because I didn't have it, but I think I still have like 9 slots that would go in over it. So, and it's a one-off. It's so unreliable to have it on the right terms that I don't think I'd play it.
Yeah,
The deck's unreliable enough, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy at a 5-star card. Like, the fact we have a check to Garbodor now is very, very good as well. Especially as it's debatably the best deck in format. So, having a check to it is really, really important. Hala is our next card. Rated 2 stars.
2 is pretty generous right now.
2 is very generous right now.
It has to drop to a 1-star card,
I think
but it will eventually become
whilst
2, 3, 4.
I think whilst N is in format, this is a 1-star card until we get a deck that all was GX attacks on the first turn. Like, the strategy is GX attack on the first turn that isn't a stage 2 like Solgaleo. Like, you know,
if Drampa's not even playing Hala, then you know the card's not great right now.
Yeah.
But one day, one of these days,
it's definitely got 3 to 4 potential. Yeah, definitely. I think the card's definitely got potential, but
currently it's a 1.
Well, I just think the fact that we've got N, N is just more reliable draw support in the early game, and late game you want to be using N to disrupt your opponent anyway, rather than a lot of the time, rather than sort of...
Yeah, it's balanced the wrong way around. I'd like the card if it was 7 initially, then if you GX it's 4. I'd really like that card.
But I think that would be busted.
Well, yeah, I guess there are...
What about decks that don't play GXs?
Yeah.
Like, that's 4 cards that are better than Pont.
I'm a genius! I did it, guys. I made a better Shauna.
Yeah, that's inherently just a better Shauna. It's a better Birch. It's a Birch without a coin flip.
I'm a genius.
Okay, so yeah, Hala was probably 1-star too high. Aether Paradise Conservation Area still has too long of a name. We rated it 1-star. I think that's fair.
Yep.
Isn't seen playing anything other than Tapu Koko sometimes, and as you can see, we've got Rough Seas next to it anyway. It's fine in Drampa decks too, being able to just minus the big wheel early and then have Hala whenever. Helps minimise item usage in the mirrors too. I think Drampa is the only deck that you'll ever see Hala in until N rotates / we get a deck that's whole strategy is reliant on turn 1 GX.
Yeah, none of the new ones are super early GX attacks, to be honest. So
no. So I think for a little while Hala's still considerably worse than N. But yeah, Aether Paradise Conservation Area I think is pretty accurately a 1-star, right?
Yep.
Sweet. We talked about this card a lot. Aqua Patch, 5 stars.
We might actually have to drop Aqua Patch.
This may be a 4-star card.
I guess Ninetales at Patch City. Yeah, 4 is fair.
I think it's minimum 4. We had a Glalie on the screen, Joe.
I never actually built that list.
What's Glalie do again?
Save it for Worlds.
For 1 energy, you flip a coin if heads they're paralysed, and then Water DC does 50, and if you've got the same number of cards, it does 150.
Okay.
So 180 with a choice band.
Broken? Question mark.
Do you have a rating scale somewhere to look at what scale you're using? Leonardo Insan, thank you very much for following. It's just like how many stars. There's no real like comparison thing. It's just this is a 5-star card. This is a 4-star card. That kind of thing.
The scale is out of 5.
Yeah, the scale is out of 5. That's
and it's based on the playability, or how much play the card has seen, and at the time how much we predicted it will see.
Yeah.
In top decks, tournament winning decks.
Dude, Volcanion 2, you guys went full clown. There was a time where we saw.
It was more so just to say that you could.
Well, you could get a turn 1 volcanic heat with a single patch and a single elixir hit. You know.
Easy peasy.
But yeah, someone said 5-star card, but 3 in the meta. I think 4 is still fair because Patch City did well in the early weeks, and Ninetales plays 4. Deloc, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the team.
I think 4's fair.
I think 4's fair.
Is there any good water stuff in the new set other than the other Ninetales? I don't think there is, right?
Barzo2, thank you very much for following. I'll take a look after this actually because it's one of the cards that.
Oh yeah, Tapu Fini.
It's
but
one of
that'll
the.
be a one-off in Patch City.
Yeah.
Or Ninetales. Or both. Interesting.
Congratulations! Thank you very much for following. Yeah, Aqua Patch. I'll take a look after we've done this review. Actually, Aqua Patch is one of the cards that means you kind of have to re-review all water types, just because.
So strong.
You've always got that inherent strong, like energy acceleration. So it's probably still. I think it's still a 4-star card minimum. And as soon as it's in a tier 1 deck, it's a 5-star card for sure. Akinsama, thank you very much for following. Rescue Stretcher.
You can't help yourself, can you?
5 stars.
Rapper. Yeah, Stretcher is still one of my favourite cards in the new set.
Stretcher's still a 5-star card, yeah?
Such a damn good card, man. So good.
It is a very, very good card, I must admit.
It's phenomenal. It's even finding its way into like bulks and Decidueyes when Decidueye had Revitalizer at the time, so that just tells you.
Yeah. I've just checked the followers, and we have indeed crashed 1,000 followers today.
Sweet!
Look at that hype.
We did it, boys and girls.
We're on 1,011. Thank you very much to all of you who have followed today, and all of you who have followed in the past. We appreciate every single one of you.
I remember just like spouting how much I love this card, and my opinion has not changed on the card at all.
It's very, very good. Oh, I just missed a follow as well. Damn. Yeah, very, very good. I think. Oh, it's Khaled 172.
172. Yeah.
I know all it took was Jack's face for 3 streams in a row to break 1K. That's why we did it. That's how we did it. Congratulations. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Rescue Stretcher is an insane card. Like you say, the fact that it's going into decks like the Decidueye, which already have Revitalizer, you know, that's how strong the card is.
Yeah.
It's nuts. What do you think about there being more Day 2 World Invites playing in the Day 2 than players from Day 1? Maths showing this will end up happening. I mean, if people have ended up earning a Day 2 invite, then that's good, right? Maddie Dog 222, thank you very much for following.
There'll only be about like 50 or 60 Day 1 people making it through, I think. But it is quite a generous tournament. I believe you only need a 4-2 record, or it might be a 5-2 record if it's 7 rounds. Something like that. It's quite a generous tournament, actually. But it's a tournament that gets you into a tournament. So it's not like you can lift the trophy at 5-2. So.
Mallow, 1 star.
Ooh, that's a bad one from us.
I think it's a 2-star minimum.
Oh, I think easy 3-star.
Really?
Easy 3-star, yeah.
I'd say it's between 2 and 3.
But it's only seen in
easy 3-star.
It's only seen in Ninetales, right? And Ray sometimes.
Ray, Guardy, Ninetales, Galade Tillery.
But where is Guardy?
Simeon,
and where is Ray?
Potentially Gyarados.
Where are these decks,
you're talking about?
Where are these decks, Joe?
Yeah, maybe it's 2-star.
I think
maybe
2.
Okay.
It has potential.
It's just so good in the decks that it is in. That's the thing, right?
Yeah. We hit the nail on the head with the Octillery, though. That's all good. Mallow, Zoroark, GX. Damn. 3 for sure. There are a few Guardy Day 2 Internets. Why you love Mallow? I love Mallow. That's why 3. You'll see playing Guardi GX and a few Ray 2. Obviously not the top decks. I think 2 is fair. Like, it's only ever a 1 to 2 of in, I'd say, 20% of the meta share of decks.
Yeah, that's true.
But like you say, in those decks, it is nuts. It does like keep them going.
Like, it basically revitalized Ray, like gave it a new breath of life.
Yeah.
Dylan Adams Spoop, thank you very much for following.
I
think 2.
Yeah, between 2 and 3.
Yeah. Spit36P1, thank you very much for following. Yeah, I think 2 is where I'd place it. Brooklet Hill, 2 stars.
Ooh, it's another one that we've undersold, I think.
Yeah.
Volcanion is the big one. Even Persimmon played it in Jesper Eriksson's list.
Persimmon.
Patch City, I know I love it in Patch City.
Yeah.
Is that enough to push it into 3?
I mean, I know it's not a good deck, but any fighting decks, like I know I've tried to make Zygarde work, and that's definitely helps. But
I mean, if Mallow's a 2, this sort of has to remain a 2, right? Although Volk is much bigger. Yeah, maybe it's a 3. Yeah, we can call this a 3 and get away with it, I think.
I think 3 is fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, it was one of the turning points for how Volk can survive in the meta.
There's always going to be discrepancies, like, rather than having 5 individual categories, there's always going to be, like, a bar at which there's a card that's a low 2 and a card that's a high 2.
Yeah, it's one of these things where if we want to do a 10-star system, it's kind of more difficult. Like, we can have these 0.5s without them being 0.5s, but I still... Because, you know...
I just think 5-star is...
We can't have anything lower than, like, 3 stars if we have cards out of 10, because we're choosing to not talk about the absolute terrible cards.
Yeah, and 10 stars just feels like not a bit of a cop-out, but, like, we can't fully decide.
Yeah.
That's why I liked the 5-star system, because there are only 5 categories. The best cards are 5 stars. The cards that are interesting but are unplayable are 1 stars. And everything in between is... I just think we need to...
choose.
Yeah.
I think we included at the end how many stars of each we got. But I want to see how many... Like, I feel like we haven't seen many 4-star cards. That's the biggest thing I remember about this review. The fact that things were either 3-star or 5-star. I don't remember too many 4 stars.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time running this system, so we're going to see what it's like. And
yeah, I need to do it again really soon.
yeah. We've got lots of big videos planned. But yeah, Brooklet Hill 2 to 3 stars. Potentially undersold, potentially where we thought it was. Multi-switch, rated 1 star. Do you think it's...
Yeah.
This is where it is. Do you think it ever changes? Do you think it's ever going to be better than a 1-star card?
I don't know what deck has to come out to make this card more than a 1-star. I really don't know. From bench to active, yeah, there's not much. It's not much. Maybe a special energy that can get itself into play somehow. Like, that's honestly what it would take.
I feel like or in something with the electric style ability or something. We've got no bronze or electric right now. That only attaches to the bench but is part of an ability rather than like a 2-card combo item.
Special energy as well, because otherwise energy switch is just better.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is better than energy switches because it removes special energies.
I've kept them out of my bulk for now because I feel like they could be a card one day, but yeah, right now it's a 1-star and I think it is.
It actually wasn't translated right because it should say 1 special energy card.
No, it's 1 energy card, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I played it. Is definitely 1 energy because I actually did play it in my Zygarde list.
Oh, right.
When the set first came out, over energy switch, so you could get the special energy onto the active at times. But
yeah, that's reasonable. But yeah, I think it would honestly have to be a
special
energy that like you can discard and then the text says move it to your benched Pokemon, and then you just say multi-switch, yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And even then, you'd be playing a bad item in your deck, so it doesn't even sound that broken, even though it's acceleration.
Choice band, 5 stars. I think we're pretty much nail on the head here.
I believe we're correct.
Yeah, just about.
I think so. This card is the 3 to 4 of in most decks that are running like non-EX attackers. 2 of in most other decks minimum.
That Persimmon though.
That Persimmon, it turns Tauros into a 2 for 90, which is nuts. Makes Lurantis' numbers real nice. Makes both of the evolutions numbers real nice, especially with AOR evolutions like available to us as well.
Yeah.
And the card's definitely a 5-star card.
Not too much to debate here.
No.
Plus 30 is quite good.
Ultra of the Moon, 5 stars.
Oh, I guess we have to bump this down a little bit. Down to 4-star?
Gamerallo, what is this video? Yeah. We're doing we're re-reviewing our Guardians Rising review, so we're going back and looking at how what we thought of each of the cards so far and seeing whether we were accurate or whether perhaps there was some differences when it came to actual tournament play, that kind of thing. Team OmniPoke, you should do 2 ratings for your next set, 1 Worlds and 1 post rotation. Oh yeah, that's going to be interesting to deal with. The fact that we're going to have 2 formats to look at with this next set. Oof. Oof.
Gross.
I think 4.
Yeah, I think 4.
A lot.
Wow. Tier 2.
A lot of people. There's a lot of debate in the chat. People saying 2, 3, or 4.
I mean, the Darkrai archetype is pretty much kept afloat because of Alter, I think. Because you can't play 4 EXP share, 4 band, and 4 floatstone. It's been kept alive because of Alter. Alter's seen sparing play in some Espeon guard builds as well at times.
Yeah.
So
people are saying it can't. They don't consider it better than Hill. They consider it as important in the format as Hill.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, 3.
I think I'd rate it 3. But again, just for the meta, I think the card is busted.
Brooklet Hill's still really good though. Yeah, I guess if we put Brooklet as between 2 and 3, this has to go down that low. Interesting, but this has so much future potential, and Darkrai EX GX will push this back to 4-star. So
Mitzabe, thank you very much for the follow. Parallel seems to be favoured in Esme Governor, right? You gave Brooklet Hill a 2. We bumped Brooklet Hill up to a 3 in the end. So I'd say this is as good as Brooklet Hill. I'd say if again it's the scale thing, I'd say this is better than Brooklet Hill, but it's still only a 3-star card. So this would be if it was a 10-star, if it was out of 10, Brooklet Hill would be 5 and this would be 6 probably. Something on the screen may be nice in the future for when we're
so much potential as well.
Reviewing new cards. Yeah, fair enough.
Dark. There's so much future potential, this card. I know Brooklet Hill also has future potential, but we're going into evolution-based format, so Brooklet Hill currently getting things like Volks and Persimmons and Laprases
is only good for a little while.
It's only good for a while, but Alter has so much future potential for 2 big types in the format, so
yeah, I
can see this being still on a 3, but
a high 3 that has more potential to be broken than the other one.
And especially, we're playing Rainbow Energies now, Noivern playing Double Dragon, it can be all sorts. Noivern already has Free Retreat, but you know what I mean. You guys get it.
Yeah. The fact it can be used with Rainbow is what we were going for there. Oh, went backwards. Yeah, so 3 to 4-star. Ultra of the Sun, 1-star. Does that ever change?
No.
No.
Yeah, still think it's a bad card. Doesn't do it. It isn't impactful at all. on the board
The
state.
fact that can be countered by your opponent when it's relevant,
Yeah.
which means it's just rubbish.
You think 1 star is too generous?
We had to discuss every training chart.
Koskunu Garulu, thank you very much for following.
I was going to say that's a card. I thought never heard of that.
What's that translate to?
Okay, so overall star ratings: 18 1 stars, 9 2
We weren't
stars.
keeping track at all. Why did we not keep track for this very moment?
Rip. I think the 5 stars and the 1 stars were relatively accurate. I think there were maybe
only Sylveon that had to drop.
Only Sylveon that was wrong here, and I think Metagross and maybe one other here. And just in general, it was more of the floating middle spots that were.
Oh wait, we gave Ulta 5 stars as well. That's got to be lower. But like, it was like Stretcher, Blower, Lele, Dramper,
Garb.
Garb. That's 5.
Ulta.
We're missing. Choice Band is 6.
Ulta was 7, so we've moved that down, so there's 2 more.
Ulta, Sylveon both drop, and there's one other that I'm forgetting somewhere along the way.
Aquapatch, there we go. Sepandage got it.
Aquapatch also has to drop, yeah.
So three of them drop, but we put one up in Alolan Ninetales / Alolan Vulpix. So I'd say we were pretty accurate.
Still one of the strongest sets we've ever seen.
Yeah, the set is insane. It's kind of made like Burning Shadows look pretty underwhelming and stuff.
Burning Shadow's video is going to be so boring compared to this video, I think. There's going to be plenty more of the Gliscors and the Honchkrows just to fill time.
This can do 1 for 60, you never know. Eagle Games 303, thank you very much for following. What was that, sorry?
Crabominable hype.
Oh, God. I
can see. What it does.
Nor do I. What does it do?
80 for 1 fighting. It's better than Gliscor, and it's even more consistent. Broken.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Someone said a bar graph would be a bit better than a pie chart for this stat. Probably. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like we say, this was the first time we'd ever run this star rating. From what it seemed, a lot of people enjoyed it. I was going to have a quick look at the comments before we finish this little section off, just to see how the community sort of agreed with us.
Oh Christ!
I think we were pretty spot on. And then obviously we got some golden cards. Thank you very much for watching. I haven't seen any of these golden cards in real life yet. Fun little fact. I didn't even realise Gold Max Potion was in this set. But yeah, I want... Oh, the new gold cards look so good. Anyway, let's look at some... I just want to take a quick look at some comments. People liking the star rating system. Sleeping on Torchic, Volcanion X Victini.
Yeah, sleeping.
Turtonator is actually going to make a huge difference for Volk. You're hitting numbers a lot easier because you're getting cards like Tapu Lele as well. This set is great, better than the last. Yeah, the set is. I think the set's one of the best we've seen in a long time. But yeah, I feel we did relatively well. We did relatively well, right?
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse. We only beadled on a couple of things. So yeah, that was fun. I think it's useful to go back and re-review stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to look at some of the new. Maybe we could just chat a little bit about rotation or some of the new Shining Legends cards just in general.
I think we should do Shining Legends next week because that'll be a long portion, and I'm too tired to really talk too much.
Yeah, I didn't mean a big. I just meant in general chattage.
I have to run to the toilet as well quickly. Omni chair, and no one's even seeing it.
I'll take some viewer challenges as well if people wanna battle me for the next 45 minutes or so.
It's time to duel.
It's time to duel. So yeah, rotation. Are we pretty certain it's going to be AOR, or like breakthrough onwards?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we surprised if it's not?
I think 'cause obviously breaks are like a set, like a mini sort of setting themselves with the break evolutions. I think if you get rid of one of them, you have to get rid of all.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do that.
Someone's saying, will generations survive? I think it will, because it's spanned a few sets. I think it will. It was kind of a different thing, so I think they'll hold on to it for a while. Plus, were there breaks in it? There were breaks in it, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's in the generation set, if I'm honest, but
All right, I'm back.
Jake Brono 46, thank you very much for following. Naturally draw into turn 1, Bridget. Don't mind if I do. And Ryu 1002, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the team. 1 energy prized.
Oh boy, is that Xerneas? I see.
It is Xerneas. Poker VV, thank you very much for following.
It's over. Jack, give up.
Should I concede now?
One of the harder matchups for Xerneas.
Yep. It's very close.
Not
Very
with
close
not with
matchup.
this hand.
Your hand's fine.
Where's my energy attachment for the turn?
Yeah, that's a problem.
That is a problem in this matchup.
It's really a problem. But your hand's fine.
Yeah.
Got the double evolution sycamore next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this a viewer battle? Is it?
Yeah, it's Zeepa.
It's Ipa.
What was the other thing I was gonna? So yeah, while you were away, Joe, we were saying, stew pots. Thank you very much for following. Is rotation pretty much at least the 3 sets that we know that we're pretty sure on? Do you think that'll be it? Just Primal Clash, Roaring Skies, AOR?
Our last rotation was 4 sets, right?
Yeah.
So I think that'll be those 3.
I would imagine it's a clean cut-off for those 3, leaving the break sets. That makes some sense, but they could potentially shove the 4th in there as well.
I could see them doing 3, and they've done 3 and 5 in the past, so I could see them doing 3 and 5 like they have in the past, rather than 4 and 4, just to keep it going okay. I can see them still just going 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
This deck's not going to be a secret anymore.
Never. How do you think
Sorry.
Decidueye will adapt post-rotation?
I believe the archetype will drop from tier 1 for certain. I believe it will now be other attackers plus Decidueye rather than Decidueye plus attackers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Agreed. I don't think... I would be very surprised, if I'm honest, if it was even still good. I think Forest is what makes this card busted. I don't know that it has enough power behind it otherwise, personally.
That's fair.
But
Infinite damage is still good.
yeah.
The Shining Jirachi seems like a pretty good combo with it.
Jirachi is such a beetle.
Do you count Double Crisis as a set? No, that's not really a set. Felix from the East is now following. Double Crisis is definitely going to go. I think Generations will stay. I need to look at the promos, like number order, to see where the natural cutoff would be. This has got 150, right? Yeah.
Oh, Double Crisis. Thank God Gyarados can go. Oh, Gyarados goes anyway, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, hello.
Gyarados is boring.
Not a fan.
Good deck, just boring.
Don't really want to bench the Lele. Oh, Miss DCE, come on.
It's not
Oh,
going
brilliant.
well.
There's 2 in the top 4 as well. Very good,
G
very
to
good.
the G to the G.
Very good.
Miss Stadium as well.
Yeah, missed literally everything. It's
It's
not even a good hollow hunt as well. I'm getting like
That was a mistake.
trainer's mail back or something.
That was an error.
Now, it's interesting to see what this person does. I think I would start attacking here.
Yep, that's
Forces
what they've
your,
done.
Razor Leaf.
That's what they've done,
A
Luke.
lot worse.
And they managed to hex as well, just to beat on me a bit more.
I wish I drew this well.
And as well. Lovely. Very good. 170. Eat it up, boy. Take your medicine.
What utter rubbish. Who even plays a deck like this?
See, why couldn't this be my round 5? The other way around, wasn't it?
Did they go nuts?
No, I just went Lele pass.
God. You beat them.
So sad. Like tournament flash before my eyes.
Liz, thank you very much for following. Literally built this deck 10 minutes ago. Hope I'm playing it well. I think you're doing pretty well, Eepa, don't worry.
Not that hard to play.
Hey, leave my deck alone.
It's not an insult on the deck. Darkrai is not a hard deck to play, doesn't mean it's still really good.
True.
I think I'm going to hollow hunt here.
This is harder than Darkrai, if that helps you, Luke.
I think I want to get N Field Blower.
You kind of wish you could take the grass energy that's already on it.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Probably Lysander as well. I think I'm ending next turn for sure.
Oh, show.
This is one thing I do like about this deck is in a lot of decks when people are struggling they resort back to a Lele to attack with. And this deck just eats Lele alive.
Any deck that has a slow turn 1, I feel you're favoured against, to be honest.
Yeah.
It punishes suboptimal starts by winning the game. Like, there's no comeback mechanic in this deck because it's just literally pancaking people.
Absolute pancakes.
When you're playing this deck and your opponent say they have a slow start, you're like, yep, we good. It's decks that can put on early pressure is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Epic
Sure.
Luca 4, thank you very much for following.
He's got no EXP shares established, which is the only concern here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
He's not going to be.
And I managed to get Field Blower back as well. Hades Blade, thank you very much for following. So when he starts establishing them, I'm hopefully going to be able to deal with the onslaught of them. King T2222, thank you very much for following.
You've managed to not put any Leles down, which is currently good.
Yeah.
Razor Leaf.
At this point now, it's going to be a two-shot war. Whether we can get a VS Seeker to hex at the right time.
Yeah. Didn't play the Forest because I wanted to try and draw the Dartrix off the prizes. But
If he had some
alas.
XP shares down, I think he would have been.
RRFGCTJ, thank you very much for following. What is going on with the follows today? It's been blowing up.
Insane.
No one likes me. Jack, you
I'd
can
be
be
interested to know how many there was.
Funny thing is, I told Grant about Xerneas break deck like a month ago. I even gave him a list to test.
Ooh,
Finds
that one looks
Hex.
big.
Ugh.
Okay, a DC. That's fair.
If I can find a DC of my own here, or a float stone. Found a float stone, but no supporter.
He needs to get his Regirock EXP share combo going on right now.
He got a Hex, so that's like really good.
Orange Rabbits, thank you very much for following. I think I want to Lysander up this Oranguru here. Yeah.
How many stadiums have they been through?
2, I believe.
1.
Yeah, no, 2.
2. Okay.
Reasonable!
That's what Smile did against me. But we could retreat, so we were good.
Oh, if I only had another DCE, I'd feel so much nicer. But I'm
Problem with this play is you're not hitting his Xerneas.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was right.
He has another Lysander. So as long as it pays off for him, it pays off for him. But
yeah.
So you have Fairy Garden or...
I don't know if you attack with this, but I think you should probably retreat. I think I would have retreated into Rowlet there, Jack.
Okay.
With Floatstone.
Floatstone in hand, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Get more thingy value.
I like Eepa's hat. In other news.
I like Eepa's hat. Yeah, he's got a very good chance to be able to move out of this here. So punished.
That's why the Banana Master is such a beast.
Banana Master.
You play Banana Master, Luke?
Yeah.
So good, isn't he?
It's pretty good.
How did Tamal play without it?
I played Oricorio in my original, so...
Auxiliary.
Artillery, sorry.
Kyla Martin, thank you very much for following. What do you mean Twitch has had a problem with follow bots lately? Is this just people following from like weeks ago? Victorio1011, thank you very much for following. We have had about 50 tonight, which is insane.
Yeah, maybe they're just backlog. Don't know though. Maybe not.
Let's say not, just to feel good.
Yeah. You're getting beetled. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting beetled.
Getting beetled and deedled.
How do you deal 150 this turn?
With this hand, I don't.
Don't think it's possible, is it?
Is it another Lysander play?
Yeah, it's really not.
Oh.
GG Aper, apparently your deck's good. Oh, Joao Souza, thank you very much for following. Don't even have a Lele for the N or the Sycamore. Goodbye.
You have to Lysander
Nah,
monkey.
there's no way I'm winning that game.
Why?
Because I don't have Revitalizer or any way to get a support on that turn, so I'm doing 20 damage.
Yeah.
What's 20
That
doing?
turn. Then you've got N the following turn.
How do I
Oh, no,
how do I N? I have to draw into N. GG Epa, good deck, apparently. Joe and Luke are genius.
You retreat back to the Rowlet and give yourself a potential one more Lysander.
Did you have energy in hand?
Nope.
No, he didn't. He couldn't do Ninetales stuff.
That's a shame.
Wouldn't concede there though. I mean, you almost always lose, but not 100%.
More challenges, people, whilst I look through the 3 sets that are rotating. Let's see if we can see any cheeky cards that we're losing that we're not aware of. Ethan Beast 213, thank you very much for following.
Azu Mario, we're losing that. Ooh.
What does it even do?
Don't know.
Okay, I'm not going to scroll back. Oh, Joe, we lose our Shaman proxy.
Jack, you can do a better view for this.
You want?
You can do this in a better view.
How so?
On the left-hand side.
This one?
Middle one, maybe.
Scroll.
Middle.
Yeah.
Middle.
Yeah, we lose our Shaman proxy, Joe.
Oh no.
We lose Sap
We also
Sipper
lose
Buffalo.
Shaman, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. he's got a good point. We lose.
Oh no, we can't proxy a card. We can't proxy.
We lose False Wide Double Aid. I know Freddie's been playing that on stream.
Fantastic.
Lose Excadrill. Rip Crawdaunt. Yeah, lose Crawdaunt. That's for a little bit of play. Lose Giratina EX.
Yeah, good card, potentially.
Lose another Gliscor that we could pair with the other Gliscor.
Oh,
Rock Slide does 20 to 3 Pokemon.
oh, that sets him up as well.
Broke 'em.
Jack's done it, boys.
I don't want to be associated with this.
Plus, it's only to 2 Pokemon.
No, it's one to the active, and then it's 20 to the active and 2
Ah.
snipes. Rock sliding all over the place. Oh, Eepa wants another game. Wonder if it's the same deck.
Why would it not be?
It's not. Oh, this might be Greninja. We might be okay. We might win a game tonight, boys.
Almost every time someone says that, they end up losing that game.
Yeah, we'll see me lose with Decidueye to Greninja now.
Can happen.
Oh yeah, it's happened in testing before with me. Oh dear. His reply was, oh dear.
Talent break incoming.
Da 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 da. The Kreckler.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it is an appropriate response.
Oh, drawing the choice bands early, get dishing in with the Sycamore. Easy. Easy. Why? Bad prizes, Eepa. Not that you need, like, it's a difficult matchup without bad prizes, so Frogadier, why?
Why have you forsaken me, Froggy?
No.
Man, so many things have to go right for Greninja. Why do people play it at tournaments?
So when it does go right, it's very good.
Very good, very good.
It's a good trends, man.
I don't think I'm ever SBOing here because I just need to set up Decidueyes. I don't need even 2 free prizes. I only needed 2 anyway. Oh, wow! I haven't found a Pokemon yet. That's fun.
Donk? Candy Donk?
Can you donk? Does he run Wally? That's the real question.
Candy Donk.
Okay, I'm benching the Lele just because I'm scared. Oh, Bridget has been prized in all but one of my games today. MG Shiny, thank you very much for the follow.
Maybe he's played 2.
Maybe we should stop playing it. Maybe we should fall out with the card. We've got every support we could ever want in hand, so. Tackle for 20.
We in biz, boys. It's actually not the worst math. If you go hella pings next turn.
I'm leafaging next turn, don't you worry. Let me see some leafage action in here.
Sharp blade, quill.
You've been on there, pro Lele for air.
Lysander's the Tapu Lele. Oh, he's got 2 Frogadier prize. That's gross. MG Shiny Hunting, thank you very much for the follow. And Lime_TW, thank you very much for the follow. Ditch all of this lot. Still haven't seen a Decidueye piece. This is cool. Energy Drive.
What's going on?
What is his hand?
What is this loss?
I've seen 31 cards of my deck and I've seen 2 Rowlet.
Oh, Beetle.
That aggro Lele though.
Should I have leafaged him instead? Oh, he's got the Lysander. He's got the Lysander Moonlight Slash.
You're actually in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, this is actually quite scary at this point.
You were too cocky, bro. You're gonna lose to a Greninja that prized 2 Frogadier. How do you feel?
I mean, I've seen
With
30.
Decidueye.
I've seen 31 cards, 32 cards, and none of them have been any Rowlet pieces.
How do you feel?
But I'm still
Well, I'm
feeling
asking.
pretty bad. I'm coming back, boys. Probably should have attached the float there, actually. Still haven't seen one. That's incredible. Got an Ultra Ball, though. Get ourselves a Dartrix. Should have actually kept 1 Vulpix there and got rid of the other Lysander. Don't think we ever need to Lysander this game, but hey ho.
No.
Should have kept a Vulpix to beacon this turn, because 40 damage on the active is irrelevant. Because we're one-shotting everything anyway.
Yep. Or
So that was a misplay.
got a Shaman.
I don't think I want to bench a Shaman in this matchup. I don't mind benching another Lele, but I don't think I want to bench a Shaman. He actually could pull ahead from a Shaman.
What do you do with your hand though? You're so all in.
That's what I'm saying. I should have got... I should have kept a Vulpix to beacon for a Lele.
Yeah.
It's fine,
in
he's
such
shadow
bad shape
stitching.
now. Such bad shape. Has he learnt the Bernard ways of the top deck?
Not all of us are as lucky as you, Joe.
Oh, young Padawan.
You'll learn one day.
Should we play Banana Master in Decidueye?
Someone put Azul, is that you? Oh, he's ending us.
All the answers.
What? Any? But why? I guess they need breaks, right? Hey look, a Decidueye piece, Jack.
Yep, great. Cheers. I'm actually going to lose this game.
Yeah. Little bit.
It's not looking good.
I mean, he only prized 2 Frogadier at the end of the day.
I'm quitting Pokemon.
Oh, I can't wait to see this with timer balls.
Oh, baby.
Trust me, don't.
I've got to. That's the rule. Luke. It's the
Them's
rule.
The rules.
So
Maybe Jack
bad.
will draft better the next time.
You beat me by 10 points. Shut up.
Exactly.
10 points is nothing.
The pedigree of my players were on point. Couldn't ask for any more from them.
Who won the stream? Sorry, draft.
Benji.
Benji.
Yeah, Tord.
He picked Tord, which was a good pick apparently. From what I've heard.
Did you just forget to snipe?
Hexed or shadow stitched.
Shut up.
Okay.
You just told Luke to shut up.
Shadow stitch. Such a hard matchup, even if you draw like a beetle.
Yep.
There's so much HP one. He has drawn pretty beetleish and not getting Gringers out sooner.
Well, he's
You
got
get a
two
break
Pioneer prized.
In terms of the breaks, though.
Yeah, he's sycamore. He's digging deep. Can he deal with you this turn? Yeah, he can.
Moonlight
There's
slashes,
the dive ball.
which means my
Nice.
abilities are
Pioneer.
open.
How can he deal with him this turn? He just evolved into that Greninja.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Not been paying attention.
No, I don't
Sarah
think-
Delari. I don't know. Thank you very much for the follow.
Look at that top deck. Whew.
So yeah, we can get Sycamore here. That's cool.
Wow, he didn't stitch. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's given me an opportunity to get an energy attachment this turn, which is what I need.
I mean, you had a decent hand size anyway. So it wasn't for him to know that it was all shite.
Let's ditch this jank.
How dare you? Say such
So
a thing.
ideally, we want Rescue Stretcher off the prizes here.
Rye boy, thanks for following.
Sweet. Don't worry, Jack. I'll mill you.
Bubble mill.
Stretcher, no. Surprise single rockets. I'd cry. Rockets into single Bunnelby tech. LOL.
Make it happen.
Ultra balling, here we go. Can't dive ball for a Bunnelby, so he's ultra balling for it.
Makes sense.
Big Bad Bunny.
Is he playing talent build?
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen one.
any of the pieces yet, and he's been through like over half of his deck.
Playing Ultra Balls, that's why I ask.
Ace Trainer.
It's just ace.
Ace in the
How
hole.
many DCU have you been through, Jack?
There's one left in deck. No, there's two left in deck.
Okay. You should be stabilizing.
Which is not what you want to hear against.
Uh-oh. Ace Trainer doing things. You still have Shaman in deck, right?
He's shadow stitching.
I've
Like, surely he shadow stitches here, right?
only just seen the band.
Yeah, we're.
But I meant like in general. Surely he shadow stitches here either way.
Not if we can't get the
doesn't
knockout.
KO.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, you're in trouble, boy.
Very good, very
You're
good.
in trouble now. Suboptimal Greninja beats suboptimal Goring Decidueye.
1, 2,
Phenomenal.
3, 4, 5 outs. 5 outs. So he needs Greninja Break plus energy. I think this is fine.
How many grass do you have left in deck? Do you have any?
No, that was my last one.
Okay.
Tyler 100 Geek, thank you very much for following.
Oh, you come in at active as well. Is that an error? Is that an error?
If he's knocking, if he's knocking this out, he's not shadow stitching.
What if he likes Sanders now?
I say, yeah, you like Sandy, the other one in Shadow Stitch.
I have a floatstone left in deck.
Yeah, but it's one
Gotta
out.
get it.
You need so much.
You can just be giant water shuriken in your other one.
Yeah.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
That was definitely an error. There's very few worlds where he doesn't find the break, so the 80 compared to 60 means nothing.
What do you mean? He's got choice band. He knocks me out.
No, for you.
What do you mean?
Your
Oh,
80.
oh, sorry. Yeah, I get you. I thought you meant his 80. My bad.
Wait, is he? What? Is he going for the... He's giving you abilities back.
No, he shadow stitched.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just setting it up. Oh, Jack. Boo.
Well, because you don't draw well, do you?
Boo.
Big boo.
As if you're looking for the discard pile, like, do I play this card?
No, I was checking. I still had. I was checking. I still had an N left. Because if I don't, I'm in a very bad position.
Oh, I need the DCE. Of course he...
There's 2 in deck.
no
I'm leaving 1 card in deck, Joe. I guarantee the
Yeah,
DC.
it's actually impossible, to be
Is
fair to
there any justice in the world?
Oh,
Why did you not ping the bench?
because I was ability locked.
No, him.
Oh,
Why did he deal 60 to your active?
yeah, fair. Slender Monster, thank you very much for following. General QZN, thank you very much.
If this other Lysander comes in, actually doesn't even matter now.
That's what I did now.
You hurt me, Jack.
It's got to be game. Tech catcher, anyone?
You what?
Tech catcher. Come on. Come on.
Single tech catcher. Raise
Bubble.
or leave.
It's a break ping bubble. No.
Break ping bubble.
Yeah. Shuriken bubble.
Det Mogdro, thank you very much for following. GG Epa, that was far too close for comfort.
Well, Jack, you've shown us that the Decidueye is only 40% against Greninja.
Right, what was I doing? I was looking at these rotation cards, wasn't I? Whoops. Oh, I also want to look at... Let's see if we can work out where the promo is gonna cut off as well.
I don't know if there's a way that we can do that. Unless the artwork drastically changes for us.
Yeah, it's very difficult to gauge that, isn't it? It's only obvious when it's a whole block rotation in terms of sets. Like,
Yeah.
if we know not next rotation, we'd know it'd probably be all the XY promos.
ones, yeah. What should we play? Let's play some Turbo Dark.
Why?
Because I don't want to just play Desi Plume on stream. Desi Tales on stream.
Play a deck that you actually consider playing for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do I have Zoro Dramper built?
Do you need my Xerneas break list?
I think I'll be good.
The last mistake you'll ever make.
Play some high quality Meanwhile to end the stream. I'll give Meanwhile a game before we end the stream. Sure, why not?
Why?
It's a meme.
Why? No one wants to see that.
So
Apart from the person
boring.
that
Mad
just asked for
Captain
it.
does.
People ask and they're like, actually, I really don't want to see this. This is just boring and wasting my time.
I've made a mistake here, boys.
What have you done? Cute Dark Range Persimmon.
Oh no, I was talking about them saying play Meanwhile.
Oh.
What's this Mawile meme about? It's a deck revolving around Breakpoint Mawile. And like Salazzle and Delmires and stuff. If that tempts you at all.
Really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to paralyze things.
What do you mean tries to? It does paralyze things, Joe.
75% of the time.
That's not Meanwhile. No, I'd already queued in by the time we'd started. The secret to beating Desi with Ninja must be prizing 3 Frogadier.
Look at this turn 1.
Reasonable.
Don't mind if I do.
That hand is absolutely disgusting.
2 Garbodor prized.
That's actually a problem.
Yeah.
Do you have Stretcher?
Yeah, I think I saw it in there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I missed a follow there. Joe, spot that follow.
There's something going on with all these follows.
Det Modgrow? Is it him? Oh no.
No, it was...
Matthias Silvalmaral.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
How
Close.
many viewers have we got at the moment?
How many viewers have we got?
47.
And
51, according to me.
We've had about a similar number of followers. So I think there's something dodgy going on here.
I'd say so.
I'd say everyone loves us.
Yeah, of course, but not this much.
Two guard prized, more like karma. I suppose it did deserve it after that. Oh, don't make me discard Stretcher here.
Do you need to Sycamore?
I don't think so.
Oh, he topped.
Really don't need to think. Don't think so.
Not when you top deck like a boss.
Quite good at that.
He's learning, boys.
Yeah, I think this is very good.
What was that? I saw my name and I didn't see the rest of it.
I did not see what it said, no. I'm sorry. We'll get the Trasher Launch out, I think.
Whoa, why are you playing any items here?
Because I'm killing his Trubbish.
It's so not necessary for like 10 turns for you that it feels like you shouldn't be playing these items. You put yourself in delinquent range as well.
No, I don't. I hold the Garb.
That's just even worse.
We're fine. We're fine.
If you're holding the Garb, you
I've played
hold the
one
ball.
item anyway.
If you're holding the Garb, you hold the ball.
No Seas Cortez, thank you very much. Oh, I get what's going on with the follow bots, by the way.
What?
It's just going to be accounts made to follow people. I understand. Is Liverpool being live streamed? They haven't announced anything, so no idea.
I've not been told, so I hope not.
Want points. Siberia is being live streamed, Kappa.
There's actually a tournament in Siberia.
Apparently Daniel Atavilla's going and taking a few people.
Why didn't you evolve N? Evolve Garb.
Yeah, I should have done. I was forgetting I was taking the prize. I was thinking about playing around Delinquent, but I was forgetting I was taking the prize. Yeah, it's the last special for the year. It's this weekend. I didn't even realise there was a tournament this weekend. A special this weekend. How much, like, publicity did it get? Oh, there was a thread on Hey Fonte.
I swear there's a Russian special as well going on.
I think that's the one they mean, don't they?
Oh, right, okay.
In the class in it, Siberia or whatever.
Okay.
Confusion memes? You can retreat through confusion, right?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. Still confusion memes. Why have we drawn Bridget now?
Do you even want to hit this tramper?
Potentially not, no.
It's fine to hit it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Depends
it's definitely fine to do it.
Depends whether he, like, I don't know that he doesn't play elixirs.
Doesn't play a lot of much.
But who plays elixirs, Hojo? Right?
I mean, I have a list with and a list without elixirs.
Are you still
No.
preferring with, or?
I think I'm doing better with.
Mm-hmm. People are asking about Indie Joe. Tell them the stories.
I played Xerneas Break, started 4-0, hit a rough patch, finished 6-3. A rough patch not even being bad matchups, but my deck just being poop.
Less of that.
I'm going to say you didn't hit really a bad matchup all day, did you?
Well, what's a bad matchup? I think
yeah, that's what I
Peekaboo is bad, and I hit 2 of them.
I still think you can beat Peekaboo.
I think you can. I just don't think anything's worse than 30%.
Yeah.
Raid, I didn't face. Did face Guardy, that's difficult for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's worse than Peekaboo. It's got more HB.
Can you see a list for the Xerneas? There's a tournament report going
Voodoo
up
plays-
later.
Voodoo plays Fury Belt though.
Was it actually playing Fury Belt there?
Yeah, both that I played against had Fury Belts. 3.
Fair. So it's good with the GX attack.
No, it's just so that they don't get beetled by Zoroark. So they don't get one banged for 1 energy.
The field blower.
Yeah, but many Zoroark lists didn't play it. Altavia's list until Internets didn't play any. Like, the most popular list didn't play any at the time.
Orange Rabbits, that's actually not right.
That's not right.
Not true.
4-3 Xerneas.
There was a 12-2 energy split.
Yeah.
Ripley's believe it or not.
I'm going to, well, I've already recorded a tournament report. It will go up after this stream. So in 5 minutes.
Is it that time already?
Just in case you're not done with it yet.
Oh, I've got work at 7 in the morning. Isn't that fun?
Don't mention that word.
Are you back tomorrow?
I was back today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was terrible.
Fun.
So much to do as well.
Catching
Yeah,
up with
it's the worst part
stuff.
about going on holiday.
Yeah.
Come back and there's just literally endless stuff to do.
I've got my exam as well in like 2 weeks.
Oh, baby. No, we did think about Drampa, but it actually does not a lot for the deck. Xerneas.
Tomato tested it.
Yeah. Just generally does less damage, and it's a GX. But it's in theory it was good because you geomancy, you get a little bit of damage on. But it's a lot. 3 energy is a lot to lose.
Yeah.
Somehow lost all of my lighters.
Mango.
Someone just asked if there's a mango stream this week.
I don't
Sure,
know.
Tamal's obviously only got back this afternoon.
Ah, he's big wheeling.
Did he flip for big wheel?
Yeah, he flipped for big wheel. And he hit it.
What a hero. What an absolute tribesman.
And I have no hands, so can't do anything to punish.
Your hand is not good, is it?
No. I think I want to retreat into the other one just so he can't one-shot me.
No. Don't be silly.
Just keep confusing. He can't flip every heads, right?
Can you not Bridget and Finn a couple of cards?
1, 2, 3. Okay, we've only used 2 items. He's used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whoa. Why didn't you Bridget there?
Save save late. I suppose I could have Bridget for 1 to save Laylee as an out. But like Laylee Ultra Ball is probably my most frequent out right here.
You're gonna top deck an Eevee. Not sun on the band either, actually. The band was okay.
It's fine.
It does mean that he can blower and hit 180 with a banded garb now.
He's only just benched the Trebuchets.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh, just in general.
He's not doing much for the next turn or two, so that's probably his play. Ah, Jack, stop.
Is he top deck?
Sycamore.
Oh, you.
Grrr. When will justice come to this man?
Never.
As if you still don't have anything good to attack with.
I've been drawing like a beetle today.
Hypergator! Thanks for following.
Sweet.
If it's real or not.
How many UK players are going to Worlds or have earned invites? I think there's like 20 or so, maybe 15 or so. Now the invite changed, right?
I think so. I'm not sure on the exact amount, but there's a fair few. A few people that have managed to scrape around at League Cups the last couple of weeks and
Yeah.
get there.
Check now. What's the cut-off for us? 350?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bobakers, thank you very much for following. Mowgli Amari, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Yeah, it's 19 players.
19 players.
Including 2, which have exactly 350.
That Reese and Connor.
It's Reese and Nilo.
Okay.
cornered herd on good old 379.
Oh, baby.
I finished on 644 for the season.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's my best season ever, but I still feel let down and squeeze into top 22. Basically, Brazil.
Oh,
And,
come
yeah,
on.
Right at the start of the season when I threw my winning in Liverpool against Robin Schultz.
Yeah. What were you playing? You playing Guardi, weren't you?
Yeah. Lost to Tina because I benched a shame in the turn. Like when I'd already played a supporter. So I should have just held it to draw me a game the next turn until I benched him. And he just goes, "Oh, Lysander." I was like, "Oh, fuck. I knew I was meant to hold this." Oh man, I just remember doing it and then being instantly putting it down. I had to be like, "Okay, don't react because you've just messed up massively. Don't react." And he was like, "Nice hand of the game." And I was like, "I messed up massively." And he was like, I know."
Yeah, he did.
We won a game.
Wouldn't have gone much further in that top 8 with a couple of sizzles knocking them out though.
Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't have played Ray. Well, I was only a spirit link away from bloody winning that game.
I would have played against Emerson's Gyarados, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Cheeky little goal bat. Win me the game.
Only got crushed.
So there's no Gyarados this weekend, Joe. Did you see any floating about?
Not really.
Strange, USA just don't like it, no matter how well it does.
Alrighty, we divided a game.
People slag off Europe, and there's Oricoro hype, there's Coco hype, there's Decidueye hype. I think it's reasonable for it to not show up.
But it's the same situation for Liverpool. There's a single deck in top 32
Birmingham.
that had answers. Sorry, Birmingham.
Well, there were definitely decks in top 32 that had answers. Decidueye's in top 32.
Yeah, but to get my joke out.
Yeah, but they need to get it so quickly. They need to have it turn 2.
Yeah, for it to not do anything, they need to have it real early.
They need to go first and hit it turn 2.
Anyway.
Without the Decidueye player pinging it as well. Actually, it doesn't even matter.
How much HP does the matchup have?
70.
Oh, yeah.
It lives, but like...
It lives.
And again, if the Decidueye goes first, they can Lysander it turn 2 if they have energy in their hand.
Yeah.
I know I've lost to it on stream, but... Like, come on. It needs to be so exact 2 times in a row to actually win a round against the Decidueye.
Anyway, that'll be it for this week, I think, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the review of the review. It was interesting to see how close we were.
Definitely.
Be a good indicator and hopefully make us think a lot more about our ratings for the next one, which shouldn't be far away.
Yeah, it will be up within the next couple of weeks, I imagine. We've got a lot of different videos up over the next few weeks, so make sure you stay tuned. But yeah, other than that, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you, Luke and Bernard, for joining us.
Yeah.
Follow to finish it off.
No problem.
Denise Jimenez 15, thank you very much for following if you are indeed real. And yeah, we'll see you this time. Oh, another one. Queen of the Damned 9, thank you very much for following if you are indeed real. And yeah, we'll see you this time next week, if not a little bit earlier for bonus Jack stream, possibly either tomorrow or next Tuesday.
Right, thanks everyone.
Bye bye.